'em up, lay it down just like Matt Amari.
Wrestling Kickback's gonna make you sorry.
Feeling like The Rock, cause I'm driving in Ferraris. And we coming every week and it's feeling like a party. Moolah Ric Flair, showing out like Bianca Belair, Best podcast, flush it in the air, Roman Reigns and we win it, don't care, No cap. Throw 'em up, lay it down just like Matt Amari.
Wrestling Kickback's gonna make you sorry.
Feeling like The Rock, cause I'm driving in Ferraris. And we coming every week and it's feeling like a party.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the new and improved Wrestling Kickback podcast, where we relax and chop it up about wrestling. It's our party. We can do whatever we want. And with me, as always, it's my co-host, my tag team partner, Mr. Matt Scott. Matt, how are you?
I'm good. I am blessed and highly favored, Mari.
Mm-hmm.
I am glad to be here. This is a good time. We're doing something special. I mean, all of the Wrestling Kickback stuff feels new. I always love our video. I love how black AI me. Well, I am black, but now you're like, wait, is Matt actually not black? And then it's like, well, but no, AI me has a mustache, so I feel good about that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just thrilled.
Yes, and we are live today. We are live on the Recap Kickback YouTube page. If you're like, wait, what's going on? We're live. We're here. This is how we're going to do it. Don't blame us. And today we have some wonderful guests. They've been on our podcast so many times that we just have to keep asking them back. It is the dynamic duo from the Black and Snerdy Podcast, my friends from HU.
You know.
Mo and Ode, how are you guys doing?
We are doing great. And I want to say I love this new intro that you have.
Thank you.
It's so great. I love the visuals. It's perfect.
Thank you.
I'm dropping air horns for the new intro.
That's so New York
that I can do.
Wow. I feel like I'm on like Z100 or like Hot 97.
No, Hot 97.
Yeah, Hot 97.
Freaking,
Actually. I caught myself.
What's his name? DJC, where he just be in the middle of every song. King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
We need our own like actual personal drops.
We
like,
do. We do.
Yeah.
Take a shot because Maurice mentioned drops.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. For the nerds out there, anytime I mention a drop that I need to add, take a shot.
Take a shot, yes.
But you also need like a sound effect that's like drop, like you need all of it.
Yeah, like Fat Man Scoop, R.I.P.
Oh. Bringing the mood down.
Sorry,
It's over, everyone.
And with so much positivity, she brought it down. Oh my God, Fat Man Scoop, R.I.P.
Because we are sad that he's gone, but we are thankful for what he gave the culture.
That's highly favored. That's
Big
right.
And don't y'all have a ritual? Isn't there? Aren't we supposed to take a shot or something? There's a ritual.
Oh, no.
Black and Snerdy has.
We do.
We
didn't know that we could do that on camera.
Yeah, we were trying to be professional.
But we 100% will.
But way to call us out on that.
Listen,
no, we're not. We're not. This is audio. This is just audio.
Okay.
You can drink your water.
Well, hide it.
Actually, we are on video. We are on video, but I'm just going to pretend that we're not seeing what we're seeing.
It's water. It's water.
Yes.
It's Wrestling Kickback X Black and Snerdy. They gotta do their stuff
if
too.
If we're at a kickback and there's no adult juice.
Yeah.
Is it even really a kickback?
Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna have this is how we do it playing in the background while someone's in the kitchen.
You got some liquid.
Juice. Yeah,
there we go.
Sure, I have liquid in here.
Cheers.
I have some black tea and a wrestling wine down mug.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's nice.
I love that.
I literally
no wine, which literally there could be wine in the wrestling wine. I missed this opportunity.
I still have your present from like 2 years ago.
Which one? The braid or the?
No. The present I bought for you that I never gave you. I think I showed it to you.
Oh, no, maybe you didn't, or I forgot.
The mug.
You know what? No, I forgot.
Okay.
Or you didn't show it to me.
Well,
no, I don't think you showed it to me. Damn.
Did you say braid?
Did you say the braids?
What is it? The braids?
I hate the way you talk. I hate the way you walk.
I have that too.
Yeah. No,
That's not good.
You never wear your braid.
I did. I wore it when we went to
Once.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, but you were pregnant then, so it doesn't count.
What is?
Wow.
All right. So before we get into what is going to be a fun episode, if you can already tell, we can already tell it's going to be an amazing episode. Remember to please subscribe to the Wrestling Kickback YouTube, aka the Recap Kickback YouTube page. We are here on Recap Kickback now. You can go to youtube.com/@RecapKickback. And you can check out all of our other stuff. Every week, me and Chappelle go on the Recap Kickback and we talk about whatever we want. Last week, Matt joined us and we finished our coverage on Tyler Perry's Beauty.
Thank God. Thank the Lord.
It was a wild ride, and Matt and Chappelle had so much fun talking about it. So,
Yep.
if you
And
want
so much therapy since then.
yes.
Yeah.
You need that
If
after
you
a
want
Charlie Perry
more Black entertainment news, Black media, and us talking about whatever we want, go to recapkickback.com in order to subscribe wherever you get your podcast. And of course, rate and review. That helps other people find us. We really appreciate it when you do reviews as well. So let's talk about how we here at the Wrestling Kickback, we said we come on whenever we want to. We might give you notice, we might not. We are really bad at giving people notice. So we're here. But the reason we're here, I would say, is because a little network called BT decided that they wanted to drop their 15 greatest Black wrestlers ever article, which, I mean, it just, for me, came out of nowhere because it's like, BT is talking about wrestling? Okay.
Yay, right?
Yeah. And I first heard the list, I was like, oh, okay, cool. But then it stirred up a conversation online. So before we get into who's actually on the list, let's talk about kind of the drama. So Mo Ode, what happened was BET drops a list. People are like, does BET have the credentials to talk about Black wrestlers? And it stirred up a conversation about who has the credentials to rank Black wrestlers. Ode, can I get your thoughts first as somebody who might be a little bit newer to the wrestling space than the rest of us? What are your thoughts on major publications like BET ranking wrestlers?
Well, I mean, I'm coming from the journalist side, seeing as that is my profession. I think that if you are a media platform, that you can and should have the credentials to talk about things, especially when it's like they're not, HGTV. They are they talk about pop culture and media. So if there's someone on in the newsroom who says listen, I love wrestling. Wrestling has been gaining in popularity with Black audiences. Not only has it's always been popular, but kind of we have not been seen as the fans. But now we see there has been an explosion of Black wrestlers, especially Black women wrestlers. So that is gaining in popularity. So we need to be talking about this. And the thing about media is that sometimes until you have somebody in the room that can speak on the subject and even bring it up, you might never have the conversation. So I think a platform like BET bringing this up, I don't really see a problem with that, especially because they're not trying to say we are the experts on wrestling. They're going from whoever the writer was for this article. They might have some expertise. They maybe love wrestling. I see their name is Tyler Tynes. Maybe
I'm looking him up right now.
Has been watching before, when WCW was still a thing. You know,
Yeah.
who knows? We don't know that person's background. So I think it's more about when you're reading the article, are they giving facts? Are they showing that they clearly know what they're talking about? And are they giving us a wide range of information? Because at the end of the day, the point of the media is to, yes, give people who are already in the know, you know, something to look at, but also to bring in others who may not have been aware and say, like, okay, well, you may have thought that wrestling was just a bunch of racist Hulk Hogan's, but actually, here's all the other Black people that you could be looking at and talking about.
And actually, I feel like that's what is that? That it's double obvious.
Yeah, like
Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan is always
the word. It's redundant. It's
redundant. That's the word.
Redundant.
Yeah. That's redundant.
I'm looking up Tyler Tynes' profile here. He was a journalist for the Los Angeles Times, GQ magazine. He was named Forbes 30 Under 30 honoree. He's worked for SB Nation, and above all, he's Black. So thank God.
Yeah.
Okay. I would hope that he was Black at BET.
Well,
I mean, they have not. They probably have some non-Black
No,
writers,
they have some
but-
DEI.
We've seen
We're
it
off
happen
with that.
where people are writing on things they don't know about. He seems very qualified to have this conversation. So I do appreciate, like Ode says, like somebody finding their way into BET. It seems like he's newly with BET now, and for him to be able to bring his expertise about wrestling to BET is amazing. Matt, what are your thoughts on maybe it's just, was it backlash? I mean, we heard that Jim Cornette talked about the list of 15 greatest Black wrestlers. Does he have room to talk?
Jim Cornette.
I mean, he talked. Look, okay, I'm not defending him at all. But that man chirps about everything. Like he's always talking. Like he always feels like he needs to comment. Like I have literally hated, hate might be a strong word, but I've literally hated Jim Cornette for most of my life. Like legitimately, I've been like, don't mess with that man. Like he's corny, as they call him. Just, I don't respect him. Corny, so why is he commenting on Black wrestlers and who's the best? I think it's just because he needs content. And I'm sure there are lots of other white people. I feel like I said that like it was a slur. Well. There's a lot of other white people who, you know, they just, they commented on this, I'm sure. But yeah, we're here doing it, talking about it. Do we want to, I don't know if we want to run through the list.
Yes, I was going to run through the list real quickly. Like famously, when we started Wrestling Recap Up, now Wrestling Kickback, we did it because we said that there were not a lot of Black voices or people of color when it comes to wrestling, like podcasting.
Yeah, Sarah, it's okay. You can call us white. Thank you. Yeah, it was just the way I said it. So hard E.
Party, yeah. So we wanted to be those like voices, and we've been doing this for Matt, it's almost
4 years
now.
It's been 4 years.
Yeah, it's been 4.
5 almost. We're almost on our 5 year
Yeah,
anniversary.
we're there.
Yeah.
And we've had the amazing like luxury to be able to connect with other Black wrestling podcasters. So I love this because like Ode said, like we're here. Black fans of wrestling are here, and they've actually always been here. Like, especially like Black women. I know a lot of people, a lot of guests we have on here says like their grandma or their mom would introduce them to wrestling like back in the day. Like Black fans have always been a thing, and it's just that it feels like now we're finally getting our voices in journalism, in the journalism space. So let's go over the top 15 that BET has here. So at 15, we have Jazz, and we're just going to go through the names.
Go through it.
Lord knows we could all really talk about these people.
And we'll be talking about all of them later.
Yes,
all of them.
We will. So number 15 is Jazz. Number 14 is Shelton Benjamin. Number 13 is Naomi. Number 12 is Jacqueline. Number 11 is Big E. Number 10 is Devon Dudley. Number 9 is Bianca Belair. Number 8 is Bobby Lashley. Number 7 is Ron Simmons / Farouk.
Damn.
Number 6 is Junkyard Dog. Number 5 is Sasha Banks / Mercedes Moné. Number 4 is Mark Henry. Number 3 is Kofi Kingston. Number 2 is The Rock. And finally, number 1 is Booker T. Washington. Booker T. Washington.
Yes. No, number 1 is Booker T. Washington.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
It slipped out.
Wait.
It just always flows together.
But
Number 1 is Booker
listen,
T.
I bet you that's where Booker T got his inspiration from. Because
Yeah.
who else is called? We have never heard of any other person in history called Booker T anything.
And everybody knows that Booker T. Washington was the one who invented the spinneroonie. So.
Really, Matt? Really? So shady. So shady.
Shout out to
Booker T. Booker T.
Oh my
Mo,
God.
what are your thoughts on the list?
Oh my God. Sorry, I'm still.
That was perfect. That
Okay.
was perfect.
Let me gather myself.
And
Let me
that's
I
gather
wish
we
they
myself.
would
live, so we can't even strike that
superimpose
from the record.
Booker T's face over Booker T. Washington's face, because then that would have just added.
Like Booker AI of Booker T. Washington doing a spinneroonie.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect timing.
So, as far as this list is concerned, this list is it's a pretty good list, with the exception of I don't see this as an authentic list because it's missing 2 names. It's
Okay.
missing D'Lo Brown and Godfather. Like, how
That is okay.
can you have the greatest black wrestlers of all time without now? I understand that D'Lo Brown has been lost to the annals of time,
He really,
Mhm.
yeah, he has.
Mhm.
and nobody gives him his roses,
Yes.
even though
Credit,
they
yeah.
should. Like, he
That's
should
right.
get credit, because the charisma that he had just from walking down to the ring, doing that neck thing.
I loved it.
that
As
he
soon as you
did.
said it, it was like literally in my
Oh.
mind. Like
Exactly. But Godfather, a quick anecdote. My dad used to work for Comcast, and they had like a family day for Comcast at like the fairgrounds, and they had this booth where the kids could come up and say something in the speaker that would be broadcasted to the rest of the fairgrounds. And when I came up, I said, "Pimpin' ain't easy," because I loved The Godfather that much. And did I get in trouble for that? Yes, I did.
Did your dad lose his job? Yes.
oh my gosh.
Did my dad think that I got into his Iceberg Slim fucking novels? Then yeah, I did.
Iceberg Slim.
But no, it was from The Godfather, and I think that The Godfather should definitely be.
I
on
have
this
a quick
list.
question. Maybe
Yeah.
I didn't hear it, but did they say Jade Cargill?
No.
Was that on the list?
No.
Because
No,
why
Just
not?
very-
She should 100% be on. the
Okay, well, we'll talk about it in
Yeah,
our
we'll-
situation. No,
I mean,
don't play those games about Jade. Because you're right.
It's
she
a
should have
top
been on the
15 list. So, and to me,
I mean,
it's,
she's top 15. She
it's
I
more
think
top
than
she's
she
15
got
top
men
back.
and women. And then
Sorry,
on
did you-
top of that, it's like when Bianca Belair is 9, you're really sitting here like, wait, what? But it's just
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
there's so many really good black wrestlers like that have come before these modern ones that it's
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
it's kind of okay. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Mari, you're
that
being
was the list.
problematic right now. Why are you going to defend that? Jade should have been number 1, and we know it. So
Thank you.
thank you.
Well, anyway,
I'll rest my case.
She's speechless. That's how much your
Yeah.
case meant.
Yeah.
that was the BET list. That's what has caused some drama. Again, it's like we need it. It's hard because we have people like Jim Cornette, or we have Dave Meltzer, and we have them speaking on stuff like this. When it's like, who can we lift up as our like black wrestling journalists who like people like, yes, their word is law. Like I hope to see a day that there is somebody that rises above. I think of Will Washington. I think of Righteous Reg. I think of everything they were doing with the what was it, Matt, the BRP 50, what, Black Wrestler?
500, wasn't it like 500?
500. I said 50. Yeah, the 500, like the greatest 500 Black wrestlers.
Maybe it's 250.
I can't remember. Yeah, but anyways, it's just like, we deserve to like take some space in this type of industry and be able to give each other flowers. It's just because we want to give each other flowers doesn't mean we're trying to, say anything about any other wrestlers. It's just, we want to give the flowers to our wrestlers because they often get overlooked. So I'm actually really glad BET did it. Shout out to Tyler Tynes. It was a really good article. I did like that, reading that. And I'm glad that he kind of brought this conversation up, and maybe he'll be the voice,
I think when you mentioned earlier about like, why would corny Jimmy, just like Jimmy in the wheelchair, both corny people, would be talking about it is because, white people in sports and in general, pop culture, media in general, anytime Black people are doing something, they always know to latch onto it because it is going to get them more likes, whether they're saying a popular opinion or if they're being negative, because they know that drama sells. So if they say something negative about it, more people are going to go, whether it's to hate watch what they say, to hate comment, but at the end of the day, it's still engagement. So Mr. Cornette, stop trying to engagement farm on our Black wrestlers. Find something safe to do.
This is always how I feel about Jim Cornette.
With that bullshit.
Oh my god, I love your
gonna talk in drops all day.
I love it because every time I think of saying something, I'm like, I wish I had a drop for that.
Yeah.
He has so many drops.
I have so many.
So that's it. That's BET's list.
It is.
Today we have something special for you guys because it is March Madness. It's officially bracket season. Who cares about basketball? I'm not gonna lie, I do like the women's basketball. I
like Gonzaga?
Well, no, I am locked in to see what USC is gonna do and what Juju finna do. But
what did you just
see, that you didn't even know. That's all. Those are two different things, and you don't know nothing about women's basketball, Matt. It's okay, but it's officially bracket season. So Wrestling Kickback has done our own bracket of Black wrestlers.
Yes.
Matt, can you explain? You want to show the bracket and explain how we're gonna do this?
Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up over here. So we have a bracket. It is 32 Black wrestlers, and basically we're going to go through the bracket. As you'll see, it shuffles the scene. There are 32 wrestlers. In fact, I'll just admit, I made a last minute swap as we were just talking because there are so many people we could have, but it's a cleaner bracket with only 32. So we're going to go through one by one. What we're going to do is, because it's so many matchups, we have our little whiteboards up. Hopefully, Mari, you have your whiteboard. Awesome.
Blackboard.
Because
it's like everything.
Because it's Black History Month every month.
Yeah.
Very fitting. Yes. So we're going to go through and it's going to show us the pictures of the wrestlers in the matchup. It's going to go through one side of the bracket, then the other one in full, and then we'll have the final two matchup. But here's what I'm going to need. I'm going to ask Ode, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to do me a big favor right now.
Okay.
Could you pick a number between 1 and 10 for me? That will be the number of times that I shuffle the bracket because these matchups are completely random. So you are going to basically decide what these matchups are going to be.
I have my number.
Yeah.
It is 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3 shuffles. Okay, I did it.
Okay, it's completely random, y'all.
This is random.
So
it's completely random. So, Mari, I mean, we're going to do, look, we're going to go through, we're going to do the matchups, we're going to write down, we're going to try to get through this as quickly as possible because this could take us hours to do.
Yes.
But we're going to vote, we're going to decide who wins, and then we could talk about it a little bit, but we're gonna try to keep it moving.
Yes.
So one other thing I'm just gonna bring up now, Mari, because I messaged you about this, but we didn't talk about this before the podcast because I was afraid you were gonna be like, no, this is a bad idea.
Oh, the
I have
certificate.
printed out the certificate
I thought I said
because we have a certificate. Do you want to read what it said? Hold on, let me pull this up for a second. I have it on the screen. A certificate of achievement, thanking people for the revolutionary pro wrestling blah, blah, to enter the Wrestling Kickback Hall of Fame. I'm a fan of Hall of Fame.
I love that.
We're in it. We're doing it. Mari and I clearly signed it very officially. Wet signatures.
Wet signatures, yeah.
But we're gonna give the winner a certificate. I actually have a nice little Sharpie here and all. In fact, we could even give the runner-up a certificate if we want to. I have a couple of copies. So
there you go.
Participation trophies.
The stakes are high. I mean,
the stakes are really high. Whoever
really
wins this bracket will be the first inductee to the Wrestling Kickback Hall of Fame. I mean, you gotta love it.
So let's do it. Let's get into it. All right. So pull up the bracket. We're gonna go into matchup mode. Okay.
Oh
wow.
Why would you do this?
Women's on women's. Women's on women's. This is completely random. Women's on women's.
This is
the first
violent.
up matchup is Naomi versus Jazz.
This is
I agree.
This is so messed up.
When I saw it and I saw that was the first matchup, I was like,
I hate that for me.
Okay, but we have to vote. Let's vote. Let's vote. Write down your vote.
All right, write down.
All right, I'm writing down my vote. I'm writing down my vote.
More blue markers there.
My blue marker. Okay. I'm going.
I don't know who I'm voting for. Oh, man, this is tough. Oh shit.
Sorry.
No, this is bad.
Really hard.
Yeah,
this totally sucks.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna count down.
Wait.
3,
okay. Hold on. Wait. Let me.
2.
Okay.
1.
Yeah.
Everybody show.
Okay. Wait. Let me. We got it.
We have Naomi. Okay.
Naomi's.
4 Naomi. So let me just start by. I
Mm-hmm.
think that one of the reasons why this is very hard is because they are both the most underrated Black women of their generations, their prospective generations.
Absolutely.
They wrestled. When Jazz was wrestling in like the early 2000s, I remembered just loving her because seeing a powerful Black woman on screen dominating with that like body, she was like one of the first like body Black women wrestlers, and I just connected with her so much, and she was so underrated. Even though I believe she's a 2-time women's champion, at least I believe, and she had amazing WrestleMania moments. Naomi as well. Naomi is constantly underestimated, underutilized. During the Divas era, she was often overlooked, while also being one of the most athletically inclined, one of the most like talented women on the roster. And she finally broke through. She's finally been breaking through the last 10 years or so, finally getting her flowers, finally at the top of her game now. And she's done so much for Black women and Black women wrestling. A lot of the Black women wrestlers who are out now credit her for driving them to this business. And Naomi opened up a whole new audience to wrestling, being on Total Divas. Like, I could go on and on. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just laughing because the person we start with is literally the one that Mari will go on about forever. And she is still in the tournament. So we'll talk about her.
Sorry.
Again.
Yes, so we're gonna talk about her. She's there.
Sorry.
She
But
won.
shout out to Jazz. Jazz, the way I will never forget the way that Jazz beat the bricks off of Trish Stratus.
Oh, I love that.
Yep.
But Trish #1, just like throwing her all over the place. Jazz was so great, but I do think Naomi, I mean, look at just the longevity of it all. You know, Jazz was in ECW and had that too, but like Naomi's been around in WWE for 15 years. Back from NXT, where she was having NXT. Really great matches against AJ Lee, before they were really even established to now. Like Naomi's constantly been underrated. So I'm glad we're all on the same page about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what? We might not be on the same page about this next matchup because one of the people is someone we've referenced already. We have Athena, aka Ember Moon, versus Ron Simmons, aka Farouk. Damn.
Damn. Like, and I really do mean it when I say damn. Like, come on, man. Okay.
Oh, man. Oh, crap. I don't like this.
Mm-mm.
And I have to admit, there's probably going to be some recency bias.
Okay.
All right.
I will also, yeah. Wait, are we sure?
Wait, go,
sure?
Matt. Yes, yeah. 1.
Okay, fine.
I put Ron Simmons.
I put Ron Simmons too.
Oh no, we're at a deadlock. What do we do now?
Oh, okay.
I was wondering what would happen if 2 people did.
Okay,
Oh.
I think, okay. What's our plan?
Are we doing rock, paper, scissors?
No. No, okay, wait. Let's talk it through. Maybe we can come to
let's talk it through.
Wait, the commissioner. Is the commissioner still in the chat?
Sarah?
Chappelle.
Oh, Chappelle. Is
Chappelle, you got to
here?
break the tie.
I don't know if Chappelle's even in the chat.
Okay,
Chappelle.
how about this? How about we give our
Anyway,
arguments for Athena, and how about we give our arguments for Ron Simmons?
Okay, but let me start with Ron Simmons.
Sure.
Because look, we get Ron Simmons so many eras, and I'm a huge Athena fan. Like, I love Athena. I want Athena to win this matchup. But Ron Simmons, first Black world champion beating Vader. Ron Simmons, Nation of Domination.
Yeah.
Ron Simmons, APA. Ron Simmons, damn. Ron Simmons, Farouk. He has so many different names.
Yes, Ron Simmons.
That's what I've got. That's all I've got.
Another person who fought and clawed to get some screen time on WWE, like Matt's.
Okay, keep going. I want you to finish. Then I'm gonna add something.
But like Matt said, like starting the Nation of Domination and really just making a space for Black wrestlers to land and to launch the career of The Rock, and then to become Farouk a part of the acolytes and the APA, something that isn't even inherently Black. In order to his character transcended his Blackness, which it is sometimes hard to do for Black wrestlers.
And you could argue he's a racial justice icon in wrestling, not only for Nation of Domination, but we got to see the vision of Bradshaw and Farouk together, a white man and a Black man together. Look at that. But I have to say something else. I have to say one thing. Mari, we didn't talk about this part, but like, this is our best Black wrestler bracket, right? Or is this the best Black wrestler
Let our
bracket?
guests talk, please.
I'm just saying. No, well, okay, we'll come back to that. But
We'll
my
come back
point
to
is it? Yeah, go please. Shay.
Yes.
Honestly, I was going for Athena primarily because of all the great work that she's been doing in Ring of Honor. But let's be honest, nobody's watching Ring of Honor. I'm changing my vote to Ron Killings.
First of all,
Ron Simmons.
Sorry, not Ron Killings. Oh, sorry. He's
Wait, no, don't change it. You have to argue for her.
No.
Argue for her.
All right, fine.
Definitely change it, but definitely argue for her at the same time.
No, you're right. Odie, how about I hear from you?
First of all, it is Black Women's History Month.
It is.
Okay, and Black women have been carrying the world on their shoulders.
Yes.
Okay, and I bet you that Mr. Ron over there probably had a Black woman helping him with his costumes, hyping him up in the background, helping him get over his wins and losses and helping him recover. So you can't tell me that Athena and the goddess that she is does not deserve the recognition, because for in the years to come, due to the patriarchy,
Yeah.
Oh, God.
she might be lost. And right
Yeah.
here, right now, I need to take a stand. And I'm rooting for every Black woman because we deserve.
I completely agree.
Wait, could I say I completely agree?
I agree.
And let me put out something. Put it in. Let me do both of them. So this is our best Black wrestler bracket, and for me, I would take Athena any day over Ron Simmons, even though history says we should be taking Ron Simmons.
Yeah,
So
Ron Simmons.
I would change my vote too to Athena.
What?
Now
So
we
now we
have-
have a double.
Yeah, we have a double turn.
A
We
double
have a
tie
double
again?
turn. So we're still
This
done.
is stupid.
I love
Y'all
this.
are stupid.
I love this.
Because
I
who
told
do
you we
I
should do
who do
Rock
I
Paper
want to
Scissors.
who do I want to write the certificate of achievement to? Not Ron Simmons.
No, I'm sorry. Ron Simmons, like, I love Athena. I have Ember Moon merch. I do. But unfortunately,
Okay.
she's still like
You know
rising. And Ron Simmons is a history maker, changer. He like helped open the doors for Black wrestling.
what? Fine.
Yeah, Ron.
Fine. You're right. Okay, fine. Ron Simmons wins this one.
Yeah,
Because
sorry,
the thing
Ron
is,
goes.
if we were there back then, you know, more of when he was doing more of the history, maybe we'd appreciate him more. So Ron Simmons wins that
I'm
one,
a stick
especially.
beside her.
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
I would, but I have to. I'm sorry, Mari tells me what to do, and I respect Black women because it's Black women's
Yeah, it is
Oh.
Black Women's History Month, so you know.
That's oh, this is a fun one.
Oh,
Teddy Long versus New Jack.
Oh, wow.
Why do these sound like
This is ridiculous.
their names
This is-
sound like not
This is like
wrestling names.
respectability politics versus like gangster rap. This is like
What's the good man in the suit's name again?
Teddy Long.
Teddy Long.
Is he in the entourage for somebody right now?
No,
I feel like
you're
I've seen him a lot.
I think you're
think we have
thinking
your
of
answer.
Prince Nana.
Yeah,
He's
you are.
entourage, that guy.
He wears
That-
a suit,
That's
too.
what the one that yes. That's
this
what I was
is
thinking about.
like the church deacon versus the drug dealer on the corner.
Yeah. And
The New Jack. I'm just saying the New Jack Dark Side of the Ring is amazing. Just
Yes,
wanna
it is.
Plug that again.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
oh man,
Oof.
All right.
get your votes in.
That
That's
is
so
amazing.
fun.
All right. Ready, set, go. Teddy Long. New Jack. Damn.
New Jack
win.
win. Oh, wait.
Podcast. Okay, that's
Words.
fine. That's
Fuck,
fine.
New Jack.
fuck respectability politics.
all you
I
have
will
to do
say-
is look at his forehead to show you how much he's done in the
Yeah, we'll talk more about them as
Yeah,
they go along.
yeah.
Teddy Long's fine, but here's my
Yeah,
thing.
Teddy
This is definitely a
Long,
vote
yeah.
for New Jack because New Jack scared the shit out of me
Mhm.
as a young adult who discovered him. Like I would not want to meet him. And he rest in peace to New Jack, but I'm still afraid of him. The
Honestly.
ghost
Yeah.
of New Jack.
Yeah, I still think that he could just burst through this door and do some
Whatever.
harm to me if I don't
Yeah.
vote for him. So
He
therefore I'm
He is
voting
like
for him.
he's like the most legit wrestler or one of them that I could ever
Yeah.
think of. So,
Wrestling
Exactly.
is real to him. Damn it!
yeah,
The
he
reason-
threw off that guy off of a scaffold.
He legit- that
Grimes,
was-
I think he might have done
Yeah.
that a couple times.
Listening to him, you gotta listen. If you haven't, listeners, watch the Dark Side of the Ring of New Jack. You have to. Listening to him talk about like literally, like physically assaulting people was crazy. It was wild. The reason why I put Teddy Long, it's just because it's respect for he started as I think he was the first Black referee, if I remember correctly, in WWE. Worked his way up to GM. He is very notable for that tonight you're going up against the Undertaker, player. Holla holla holla. He has very known catchphrases, but I'm really
Yeah.
fine with New Jack going forward here. That's amazing.
Okay, next
too.
up, who's up next? Oh, Bianca Belair. Okay, versus
And
Layla
Layla.
L. I want to say the first Black Divas
Divas?
champion.
Divas
I think.
champion.
So
Yeah,
she also might have
was.
been like the last Divas champion. We could vote.
Did we really need the whiteboard for this though?
I mean,
Yeah,
this is
come on now.
process.
One.
Don't.
Who said Layla?
It's Bianca.
It's Bianca.
The EST.
Yes.
Yeah, the EST.
EST.
There we
First of all,
go.
can I say why she's the best?
If you want.
Not
Yeah.
only is she
Yeah.
an amazing wrestler, she
Mhm.
fights hard.
Mhm.
I never feel like she's phoning it in.
Nope.
She's always a baddie, hair
Mhm.
laid, outfits to die for. And what really brings it over the top is that she makes all of her outfits.
Crazy.
She
Mm.
designs them and makes them, and then she helps some of the other
So
wrestlers
talented.
make theirs. And she is in a beautiful black love marriage with her
Yep.
very fine, very handsome,
He is very fine.
very talented
He is very
husband.
handsome. He is very
And
talented.
very talented. Yes.
And they have a cute new show out, so please watch it and get them ratings. But
Yeah.
yes, that is, I think that Bianca, the EST, I think that she is dope. I love everything that she does. And even though I am a, what is it called? I've returned
A noob.
no, I'm not a noob. I am a returner to the world of wrestling.
Mhm.
When I saw her come back out the first time, and you could ask him, I was like, who is that? Like, I love her. I want to be her. I think she's amazing, and she's just dope AF, and
Yeah.
she deserves all the things.
And you
I
know what?
agree.
No disrespect to Layla. Shout to her. She was part
Shout
of
to
Lay
Layla.
Cool,
Lay
which
Cool,
I
yep.
feel like was like
Double
in
champ.
my mind's like
Half
the
champ.
original amazing women's tag team that like really fit, because there were women's tag teams before that, but they would just like flowed. They had the chemistry. It was a vibe. But we have to keep going. Shout out to
Mhm.
Layla wherever you are. I hope you're well. Next matchup, D'Lo Brown versus the BET Black Wrestler of the Century,
This is not fair.
Booker T.
It's really not.
This
Well,
is
and to be
not
fair-
fair.
To be fair, I did not have D'Lo Brown on here, and then you mentioned him, and then I added him in. as
Oh,
we
so
were
it's
talking.
my fault.
You're
Wow.
blaming me for
But
that.
it's good. It's good because I could see it.
Oh man. All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
Ready.
Okay, we're ready.
I'm ready.
3, 2. Wait, are we ready to
Oh,
show?
not yet. I gotta put mine.
Yeah, we're writing it now.
Oh, it's all good. I'm scared.
Okay.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Am I sure?
All right.
Three,
I'm sure.
two,
Booker T.
one.
Yeah, Booker T.
I knew you was gonna do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we got Booker T. Anything you want to? I mean, obviously, we'll talk more about Booker T because we'll
Yeah.
have him in the next round. But any words on D'Lo Brown that we haven't
Yeah.
said already?
Yeah, if D'Lo had gone up against anybody else, I probably would have picked him. Just
Me
because
too.
I still think he's very underrated.
He
don't
is.
I don't hear enough about him when it comes to like talking about like classic wrestlers from the Attitude Era.
And
Like
skill. He had a lot of wrestling skill too.
he had a lot of skill and he had a lot of charisma. I think.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So-
Very underrated, and I think it's due to the accident. You know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, draws.
What happened
Yours.
to him?
No, not to
He
him, but
dropped it.
Yeah.
He hurt somebody else on accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
Mm.
you know,
It was
they're-
a wardrobe malfunction, basically.
They're on good terms and all, but
Mhm.
yeah, not.
Is
great.
the other guy? Was he able to continue wrestling, or was it like really
No,
bad?
he
No,
was
really
he was
bad.
paralyzed.
disabled. Yeah, paralyzed.
Oh
Yeah.
god!
But he worked for WWE for like a ton of years until I don't know, maybe like 10 years ago or so. So he was like still working on their website and all for a long time.
Yeah. So
Oh,
shout out to him. He really, yeah. It really feels like he doesn't get his due.
and I think he's still in like he's probably behind the scenes at
Yeah, I
TNA
think
or
he is.
something.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
for a while.
I feel like he has a school somewhere or something.
I was about to say that too. I
Oh.
think he does have he's a trainer. All
Damn,
right,
if
what's
he
the
won
next
this
matchup?
bracket, that would have been a good. This would have been a good bump.
if I
for
knew
him.
that about him, maybe I would have.
Yeah.
This would have been a good bump for him.
Yeah, it would have helped him. R-Truth, Ron Killings versus Xavier Woods, formerly King Xavier Woods.
Ooh.
This is actually really challenging.
Who's that one?
That's our truth.
All I gotta say is one of these wrestlers does not have me blocked. So
She's bitter. She's gonna be bitter. Bitter jury.
Getting sticky.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna talk about that. Because I don't know which one it would be.
We're ready.
We're ready.
all right,
we're all ready.
Okay. Yep.
1, 2.
Xavier Woods. Come on, y'all.
True.
Wait, but now see, if I knew that the other guy had you blocked.
No, hold on. Our truth has you blocked.
Our truth has me blocked.
Well, then I'm changing my vote. What's the other guy's name?
No, you can't
Xavier
change
Woods.
I'm
it.
changing it.
But
Change it.
Okay, our truth is winning this one.
Why?
He already won.
But
He already won.
why? I want to know why he has you blocked.
Because you deserve it.
I have no idea. I still to this day have no idea why. I don't have. Thank you, Od. Like I
But
I don't have Twitter anymore, so it doesn't matter.
our truth is getting that win.
He blocked me randomly one day, and I still to this day don't know why. I think it was like a mass block.
Did you tweet
Oh,
about
maybe
it?
you were
assume.
following somebody that he
Did
blocked
you
or
say something
I'm
bad
sure.
about his childhood hero, John Cena?
No, when I found
Wow,
and
she
the
can't
crazy
see
thing
him.
is, I found out I was blocked right around. It was right after it was during the 24/7 stuff. Like I love the 24/7 stuff, and it was right after that. I think it was during his time with Carmella. So I was wondering if I was like, maybe did I say something bad about Carmella, and maybe he did. I couldn't. I don't know what happened, and I was just blocked, and then I was like, okay, I'm not mad at it, but
Right.
I picked Xavier. I'm going to talk about Xavier Woods since he lost, and we're not going to talk about him. But like Xavier Woods,
He did lose.
literally was on the brink of being fired, and he came up with the idea of the New Day, who are now well, I guess did the Usos take over that record? But yeah,
the New Day.
the New Day,
Okay.
the New Day is one of the like biggest merch selling tag teams of all time. They single-handedly revitalized Kofi Kingston's career, launched Big E's career, and launched Xavier Woods. The New Day, heels or faces, are the best tag team to me ever. They are my favorite tag team of all time. And when I came back to wrestling, it was the same time when New Day premiered. So I remembered watching them try and be good guys, and the crowd turn on them for what felt like no reason, and I was like, racism. And then for them to ride with it and then become those heels that got them to they were. I love New Day. So
let me just say this too on them. Like I did for a moment actually this morning tease or think about putting them together as one entry, but that would have been way too powerful. Like I feel like one
really
New Day. So the Big E and Kofi are in here later on, but let's keep going. I'm not ready. Okay, the matchup. The Rock versus Jade Cargill.
Yo! Reshuffle!
No, I can't.
Yo, that's insane.
No. It's okay.
This
is insane.
It's okay.
That is actually ridiculous.
It's literally like a battle for the abs.
That is not fair. That's not cool.
Is it? I don't know if it's not fair, Mari. I think that I have an answer of who's winning. So, or who I think should win.
How come your marker is thicker than mine?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Jeez. This is a hard one.
This is kind of annoying.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
This is where you get hate.
I have an argument. I have an argument.
Okay, are we ready?
Yep.
Wait, hold on. Wait, put it down.
Okay.
Okay, who is it? Reveal.
Yes!
So I'm the only one who said The Rock?
Yeah, you are.
Happy Black Women's History Month!
Okay.
And let me just say,
please.
The Rock, The Rock was my favorite wrestler growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right? The Rock transcends his blackness. Like I hate to say it, it's
Such
true.
Such
is
a
true.
diplomatic way of saying it, but you're right.
It is true.
He's black when he wants to be. Like when he's in a Tyler Perry film.
Or when he's doing that god awful rap, it's about drive, it's about passion.
No.
Remember that one?
Well,
That was good. I used to love that. That was so bad it was good. I mean, it that's just kind of how it is. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking about greatest black wrestlers, we're not saying he's not black. We're
He
just
is
saying
black.
if he's going up against Jade Cargill, I mean,
Bars.
she is black.
Yeah.
She is in
Yeah.
the Divine Nine, it's AKA. She brought out like her sisters. Like it's just like that is if I have to go between two wrestlers who I love, who have charisma, all of that, and the tiebreaker for me might just be how much do they represent their blackness if we're talking about black wrestlers.
Yes,
And I
how
think
much
that's
do you
what
represent the blackness, not how much blackness is in your percentage. It's
Yeah.
about the
Yeah,
representation.
exactly.
And the talking about it, because I love The Rock. I think he's great. I always used to have such a big crush on him when I was younger, when he came out and all that. Always be rooting for him. And, you know, he does talk about it, but I feel like as he has grown in his popularity, he more so will emphasize his being Hawaiian, which is important. Like, Samoan. But
there was
father's from
Moana.
Hawaii. His father isn't his father
No.
from Hawaii, or not
His
his
mother-
mom.
his
mom's
mother-
from Hawaii. His father is a Black American.
But she's Samoan. She's Samoan.
She's
Samoan.
Samoan from
But see,
Hawaii.
This is the point. It's very like he does lean into being racially
A Pacific
ambiguous,
Islander.
which is
yes.
but he
Yes.
I think he like picks and chooses.
And
He does
also,
pick and choose.
But there
a
are
little
plenty
bit.
of Samoans and folks from the Polynesian islands who will talk about their blackness because they will talk about, look at our ancestors, look what happened. We're only this light skin and hair this straight sometimes because of the colonizers and what they did. This is something that they talk about all the time. Go watch this movie. Once We Were Kings or whatever. It's a name, and it was really good. It came out in the 90s. But
Okay, we need it.
he does not, I feel like, talk about or
Yeah, that's
embrace as much as he used to, which I think is a very common thing to happen with people in the media. Remember, Halle Berry's love interest got lighter and lighter and lighter. She went from Wesley Snipes to freaking whatever Brad Pitt type actors throughout her career. And so you just have to say
He just doesn't talk about it all that much.
Yeah.
You know, like,
If
the
we're
black
going by
side.
that, if we're going by that metric, then yeah, I guess I would go with Jade Cargill too.
I mean,
So-
I'll also say we'll talk about her again, obviously, but like she has a lot that in her short career, she's already proven her dominance. Like there's really a shot in there. I saw her in an airport. We'll talk about that again later when we bring her up. So yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Yeah, let's
There's
keep
a
going.
long way to go.
We got a long way to go.
Kofi Kingston and Mark
Henry.
Sexual Chocolate Henry.
is his name actually Sexual Chocolate?
It was,
used to
yeah.
be.
It was at one point. Yes, it was.
Yeah, when Mae
Yeah.
Young had his baby.
Oh my
I'm ready for it.
goodness. Sorry.
Wait. Oh yeah, I'm ready too. But
Hold
yeah,
on.
write that down.
We're almost done with the left side of the bracket. Yay!
I mean, that's like the first round, and then we're gonna go through the rest. I mean, we're making good time.
All right,
I
we
was worried
ready?
we'd be here. Yeah, I was worried we'd be here for 3 hours. There we go.
Yeah,
Reveal.
we will not.
Sexual chocolate.
Kofi. Oh god, another time.
Sexual chocolate.
Do you
Sexual
want to
chocolate.
explain? Do you want to explain?
Who? Us?
Yeah.
Yeah, explain why.
Start it
Yeah,
out.
explain why
Start
you
it
want
out.
Mark Henry.
Oh, come on. He gave birth. He is the father of a hand. Like, come
but he
on.
didn't even-
Why I
even
voted
squeeze it
against
out.
that.
He didn't even give birth to it.
I know.
Mae Young did that.
But he's the father. He's the father of a hand.
I would be more impressed if he actually gave birth to a hand.
Yeah,
No, man, like he was a very unsung hero for a very long time before his sort of like rise and his fake retirement, and then he squashed John Cena like at the pink salmon suit is
Yeah,
forever engaged in all of our memories. Like, come on, man.
Like Cameron.
I'm afraid.
He's the Cameron of wrestling with his pink salmon suit.
But you know what? Kofi Kingston is the Beyonce of New Day. So what are we even doing? Like, you can't. Yeah, exactly. It's time that you change.
Now
your
you mentioned
vote,
Beyonce. That makes me feel.
Uh-oh.
Now I should change.
So Mark Henry has done a lot. I would say he's done more in like discovering talents like Bianca and Jade.
Yeah.
Some of his takes on his podcast, a little sus though.
But
all of that aside, his career, like I get it, like
sure,
he was one of the first like Black champions for WWE, I believe, as well.
Yeah.
Depending on which title lineage you go through.
Yeah.
But for me, I never connected with Mark Henry.
Yeah,
like it felt like they threw a lot of like shit at him. Like it felt like they rewarded him because he was like the Black guy who would just take it. He would do whatever they said, and then they're like, okay, now that we've like did whatever we wanted with you, here's the title. You know what I'm saying?
There's
like,
some nasty stuff they did to him, and that's actually a point. I mean, and I know it was a different time, but I feel like a point for me against certain people would be just like what they
allowed,
what they let happen.
Yeah.
No,
like that baby with the hand.
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
When you said that they gave birth to, that he had a baby with a hand, are you talking about like hand of the king, or was it an actual hand?
No, it was an actual hand.
It was an actual hand.
He did this weird storyline with this older lady
with Mae Young, I think.
It was Mae Young.
And she gave birth to a hand. It did not make sense. Like I still don't understand. It was funny at the time. I laughed, but I still don't understand it.
I can't show that picture. I really want to show
the
picture.
Don't. I hope you don't. I hope we never see that picture.
But
I do not.
I will say this, that Mae Young showed up with the hand like years later where the hand grew up. And I just have to say, I'm gonna have to pull up a picture of this because the hand does not resemble Mark Henry. I'm just saying, points against you on that one. I think someone needs to change their vote.
All right, honestly, just because honestly, now I think that she cheated on him, and now that is that is not his hand. So I'm changing my vote. I'll change my vote.
I too am changing my vote,
and that's the only reason why I'm changing my vote. I want that on the record.
You know what, Mari, we're okay with that. We're okay with that.
We'll talk about Kofi.
I like bullying people on our podcast.
Me too.
Okay, so we went through the first round on that side of the bracket. Here we're just gonna go through people we've talked. I was about to pull up the hand again instead of the bracket. Okay, so let's go through. This is gonna get really interesting. So Ron, I want to say Ron Killings.
Wait,
I know it's not Ron Killings.
No. We have to do this one the way the bracket works.
You have to do it.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's easier this way anyway. Naomi versus Farouk, aka Ron Simmons, history maker.
I mean,
are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hold on, I have to write mine down.
Do we even have to? We could just say our votes now that we're going through people we've already been through.
Yeah, if we've already been through them.
Yeah,
who wants to go first?
Mari does.
Naomi. Just because, I mean, Ron Simmons is great, but
this is our best Black wrestler bracket, and it would be wrong if Naomi wasn't in it. And I support Black women, so Mari, I'm supporting you, and Naomi is also gonna be my vote. But shout out to Ron Simmons, but like
he barely got through.
He barely got through that last time. And he's not getting through this time because I'm going with Naomi.
And it's Black Women's History Month, so you already know who I'm voting for.
So we're going with Naomi. Okay.
Naomi, who's up next? Let's see. Oh, okay.
Oh my God!
We don't even have to vote.
No, we do have to vote.
No, we don't.
We do.
I think we have to vote.
No, we do not.
Oh my goodness!
New Jack versus Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair.
Belair.
Okay, wait, but here's the thing. New Jack could have won this whole thing.
No,
no.
The way that he sits in my nightmares. But you know what? He's also a felon and other things.
What?
Like, not you.
Oh yeah,
He is a felon. Wrestling was real. You didn't
like attempted murder almost.
Yeah,
He did attempt
the
murder.
mass is it called the mass transit?
Yes,
Yeah,
the
the
mass transit
transit.
up in Europe, in New York. He cut some.
He almost like took his eyeball out.
He almost killed this guy who shouldn't have been wrestling, who was like 17. But
Yeah.
then the guy died like a few years later. But so New Jack technically didn't kill him, but I'm just saying
It was
there's
very
that.
close.
Yeah, and there was
Mo, you
other
gotta
times he
show her the
stabbed
dark side of the
people.
ring after this.
I will.
Yeah,
I will.
no.
After this, we'll watch that
No,
New Jack episode.
And there was a time where he stabbed some old man like Jungle Joe or something.
Just randomly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
But
randomly.
not in a wrestling like.
No,
No,
it
it was
wasn't
a
a wrestling
match. It was.
capacity, but
But still.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
And then he hard tossed somebody off. Yeah, we talked
That was
Now,
about
Vic
why
Ryan.
didn't anybody
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about this when we were doing that original vote? Because I would have gotten George Foreman in the suit.
Because you have to respect Jack, or else he's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly,
So I
Yeah,
think
I mean,
you're
Bianca
all gonna
won
go
this
with
one.
Bianca.
I think we were gonna
Bianca.
go with her anyway, but okay, wait.
I'm
What's the next vote?
begrudgingly going with Bianca,
Not
but I just
begrudgingly.
to the ghost
go
of
with
New Jack, I want to say that
I didn't do
it-
this.
I was outvoted. I was
you were
outvoted.
outgunned and
In
outmanned.
In case he
man.
comes through and slices me with a fucking razor in my
Razor.
head.
No, and you know what, Bianca, the way she represents blackness in
She
all
does.
of her looks and everything. Like,
she does.
come on.
She does.
We'll keep going. Let's keep going. The next match, Booker T and R-Truth. And to
that's
me,
easy.
it's amazing that Booker T made it through the first time against D'Lo
Please.
Brown. But I don't know. This is a hard one.
I would like to hear y'all votes on this one.
Yeah, we have to talk. Yeah, who wants to start us out? I mean,
Mo, let's
you
go.
said it was
Come on.
easy.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm going with Booker T. Come on, man. Like Booker. Okay. So R-Truth, I heard that heavy sigh, Matt. Okay. But the reason why I'm going with Booker T is because if for nothing else, then if we're going with representation, like the work that he did with
Sure.
Harlem Heat.
Yes, and
Okay,
he's
but-
the first five time.
Sure, but
Wrestling.
I'll probably dial. I probably will agree though with Booker T, but I just have to bring up the work that he did with Triple H. I did not like what Triple H did to him.
Oh yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't like
think
that
it was
either.
Booker T's fault, and then the time that, oh my God,
He didn't have
time that Vince
power.
Here's my thing with Booker T. There was that time that like Vince McMahon said the N-word to John Cena, and then he was like, and then Booker T was there, and it was like a whole thing, and he kind of went with it. I just don't trust Booker T, but that's not gonna be my problem.
in a
wrestling
Yes, in a-
scene, Vince McMahon said, "What up, to John Cena," walked away, and then walked past Booker T, who had witnessed him do that.
And Booker T said, "Tell me he didn't just
Not
say
say
that."
Well, I was gonna go with R-Truth because I found him more attractive than Booker T, and I was
Ew,
waiting
really?
for one of you
Ew.
to give me a.
Well, no, the abs. He's like 70, and
His
look at
face
him.
looks more attractive than Booker T. Booker T just looks like a.
Put that photo back
adult
up.
film.
I'm sorry. Can we put that photo back up? No, he does not.
I mean,
R-Truth
I
does not
agree.
look more attractive than
He does.
I
Booker
He
personally
T.
does.
find
I
R-Truth
agree.
more attractive than Booker
As a
T.
bi man,
And that's our truth like
love.
15 years ago too. So
I mean, I don't know what he looks like now, but in these
He looks
photos,
amazing.
He looks
I
he looks
Oh
my
really
God.
good.
over
So-
Booker
Okay.
T. But that
I'm gonna vote for-
N-word
let me
saga
make this
has
argument.
now pushed me
yeah.
over the edge because hell to the nah.
Wait, who
You
are
should have punched him right in the face. I don't care if it was a skit. And I know Vince McMahon is a fucking devil,
Yeah.
but like, come on, son. Like, you can't just. That's the one thing problem I have with a lot of the black wrestlers, especially the old ones,
the
is
older
that
one,
they would always let the terrible
they let it
racist
slide.
Yeah.
bullshit slide. I
It
know
is.
this was like any non-white person in wrestling. They always had to deal with these super racist or the women dealing with super
Misogynistic.
sexist
Mhm.
stuff. But I just feel like I can't just be like, all right, it was of the time because sorry, you should have punched him in the face. I don't care.
But you know what? Okay, but let me also add,
This should not have been this big of a deal.
Booker T does
Should be
not.
Booker T.
It should be Booker T.
Yeah.
It really should be Booker T.
It should be
He
Booker
did do
T.
the spin of Rooney, so
He
that's
did
what
the
I'll give
spin
it.
of Rooney.
But I can keep
All
going.
right.
You know what? We do have to give it to Booker T.
Yeah, right.
Because, like, let's just be real here.
I mean, Booker T. Washington was also a hotel. So
Yeah.
What's the next match? Oh no!
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Kofi, Jade and Kofi.
I already know who.
Okay, no. Let's let Mari start.
No, why does Mark start? Wait,
She's
why don't
a
I
beautiful
get-
black
no, I
woman,
get to
and it's
start.
Black Women's History Month.
I get to start.
Okay, so let me
You're
talk.
starting?
I'm
Okay,
gonna start.
you're so
Kofi
disrespectful.
Kingston had a long career with WWE, constantly being overlooked. He would make mountains
no.
out of molehills. He would they would randomly tag him with some random person, and that team would be a tag team champion by the end of whatever. Like Kofi Kingston went from a tag team specialist to Kofi Mania, one of the best moments in WrestleMania history, where he won his first and only currently WWE championship, and he created a moment that will stand the test of time. I say all of that to say that I'm voting for Jade Cargill.
I knew that's where that was going.
Just because she is on the up and up as well.
Okay, but let me give this to you too, because I really didn't think you were gonna say that. Here's my thing with Kofi. I'm just gonna see. I feel like this bracket's gonna turn us to trashing black wrestlers. Like we're high on them
so?
when we want them to win, and then mostly me.
Oh shit! I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because like there's the Jamaican gimmick, but he wasn't even Jamaican.
Yeah,
right.
what the fuck?
But honestly, like I don't know. Well, I don't know.
His name
Maybe we
is
should
No,
Kofi,
you know what,
which is
he
a
did-
Ghanaian name, but then isn't he Nigerian?
Yeah,
No,
but then
no,
they
he's
said
Ghanaian. He's Ghanaian.
He's actually
he's
Ghanaian.
He is, but he's
Yeah.
from Boston area.
But he's pretending to be Jamaican.
I
I,
can
don't
never-
like any of it.
Well, he
but you
was
know what?
pretending.
I don't-
He did
I
pretend.
I don't
He did.
like
But to be fair,
it.
He had the accent too, but
he did
dropped
it well. He did it well.
People loved it.
People
I
did
White
love
people,
it.
I'm sure the white
Well,
people did love it.
I have to go with
White people
honestly.
did too. I liked it.
I loved it actually.
I
We
loved it
didn't know
too.
he wasn't at the
Yeah,
time.
His
but
name
he
was Kofi.
This was before the internet.
We don't know
This was
this.
back when like Bear Share was still like the thing that you used
But
to
his name-
download stuff.
His name was
Huzzah.
Kofi Kingston. Kofi,
Yeah.
Kofi Kingston.
Come
is
on,
literally
like
his
you
name.
kind of
So we-
Jamaican.
and he
So-
had it was so fun. And
But he did such a good job.
It was
But
Yeah.
I will say, if you look at, and this is not a fair way to look at anyone, but the percentage of his career that he was kind of just like floundering in places, Kofi Mania was a thing, but then dropped off,
draft out. Yeah.
you know? So, but he's doing great work now. But Jade Cargill, I'll tell you, the day I saw her in the airport, I almost lost my shit. And I still think about that day because I saw the back of her head and I was like, and her abs too. And I
Oof.
was like, I think that's Jade. And it was Jade. And they talk about the airport test. They're like, oh, that's someone you see in the airport. You know, they're a big deal. That's her. And she was undefeated, undefeated TBS champion in AEW up until when she had to leave there. She's in WWE. She's gonna be such a star forever.
And-
Like,
You didn't say anything, right? You just like looked at her
Walked
and
past
walked
her.
away, right?
no, I didn't know. Okay, so I looked it up and then I was like, no, they're not in Atlanta. And then I remembered she lived there, and then she was walking away way too fast for me to get to her. Because I would have said something, but I saw the side of her and I was like, that looks like Jade, but it was literally like hair,
Mhm.
abs, crop
Abs.
top. And I'm like, huh.
But can
Yeah,
we just
December. A crop
talk
top in
about
December.
how amazing it is that she is a mother
Yeah.
and she has
And-
Those abs.
and it's not even
Well,
even
no,
about like
moms can
oh,
have abs, sorry.
moms need to like women's bodies need to snap back or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the fact that when you have a child, I have not had one. Obviously, Mari knows more about this than I do. But
Mm.
when you have a child, I don't know if she had a natural birth or a C-section, but it is a lot of trauma to your body, especially your midsection.
Mhm.
So for her to still be able to fight harder than anybody in the room, male or female, to look better, to have the stamina, and to go hard in the paint every single time. She is, that's why I said she's not just top 15, she's top 5, okay? She's a black mama doing big ass black business and showing the world, yes, you can.
Odie, are you yelling at us? Like,
I'm
not disagreeing.
so angry right now. I
I'm
love it.
excited. I'm excited about her because I love her so much.
Okay, but let me just
Headphone
add,
warning,
let me add for her. She is the owner of a business.
She is, yes.
She's a business owner of the Texas
And a
Smoke.
team. Yeah,
The
yeah.
Texas Smoke. And she is also, she
married to
has
that
her
baseball
master's
player.
degree in child psychology. She's a child. She could be a child psychologist right now. She's so successful. She does not need She does not need wrestling. She doesn't even need her husband, who
She doesn't.
is a former MLB player.
She's gorgeous.
She look good.
Okay, I think we agree, right? We have to.
Yeah,
move her ahead of
we're going
Kofi.
with Jade Cargill.
Okay, well, it happened, so there we go. Wow.
Oh, poor Kofi.
Okay, but here's the part where we have to finish this side of the bracket, which is going to be very painful.
Oh,
wait, what is it?
so it's going to be Naomi versus Bianca? Yes, it's Naomi versus Bianca.
Okay, no, it's not even hard for me.
Yeah,
I'm just going to start this out.
Yeah,
Bianca Belair, hands down.
Bianca
It is,
Belair.
yes.
And you know, Naomi recently and her going against their triple threat. I didn't like that.
God, what a way! What
The
a
big
match!
three. Oh God, I
The
love
big three, like she said,
drama.
oh, it's no big three, it's just big me.
It's
And
big me,
now
yep.
look at what's going on.
Yeah,
But we
I
know
love Bianca, and Bianca,
Yeah.
Bianca knows. Like she gives Naomi all her flowers of like she is the one who inspired her in this business, who helped her in this business. Oh, I love them.
Just say it,
It's
Marty.
hard.
I'm
It's
gonna
hard. I
click.
love
It's
it all.
go
fine.
ahead and say it.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, we're going with
I
Bianca.
wish we didn't have to.
Oh.
All right.
Oh,
We
Okay,
have to
well,
go. We don't
if
have
y'all
to
know
go.
this podcast, we all know where this is headed.
Yeah,
Just click on Jade and let's just keep it moving.
This is
'Cause-
unfortunate.
it is.
Oh, no!
And that's what I was saying. I was saying it's going to be Bianca versus
I
Jade.
hate this so much.
So
Oh
now,
my
where's all of
God.
y'all's Black Women History Month?
It's fine because it's two dope ass black women having to pick between the two. How am I going to pick between great and great?
Yeah.
Yeah, pick
For
between
me-
great and great.
Yeah,
For
Mari.
me, it's just gonna be Bianca, just
It
because
has to
Yeah.
be
Bianca has everything. She is like
Yeah.
literally the face. She's one of the faces of the company. I've never seen like a black women's wrestler be so mainstream as she is. Like, and not
Yeah.
only be mainstream, but be pushed. The company values her and pushes her. Like she gets the
Respect.
treatment that like Charlotte gets. Like, you know what I'm saying?
true.
Yeah,
That's
she's John Cena of Black women
But
in
can-
WWE.
Can we
Amazing.
just say, like, Jade Cargill, one, she's older than Bianca. Again, she's a mother.
No,
She's-
Bianca's older.
Bianca's older than Jade Cargill.
Yeah, Bianca's our age, and Jade is, I think, 32. I think
Oh.
Jade's 32.
Yeah, Jade is
Bianca's
32.
Yeah, you
All right,
said that
well,
so
Because
confidently.
I thought she looked a little bit older than her.
Wow.
That's not
Damn!
a negative thing.
No,
Like,
she was-
she was like 80. I just thought she was
No,
a little
it-
older.
35.
Yeah,
And
they
because
did-
she's a mom too,
Bianca's
so
35. Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
always thought she
Yeah.
was older. Okay, this is what I want to say. I love Bianca, but I feel like, can we say that there might be some like Bianca looks more like feminine than Jade, so that's why she's getting certain treatment because Jade's body is
No.
too stacked
don't
up,
No.
and they
Are
don't
you
feel like
Yeah.
she's as marketable to the masses.
No,
because
no,
she
no.
is a
Bianca is
super
jacked.
pro-black,
You're gonna get
stacked
canceled.
up, jacked up woman, and they're like, no, people are not going to try to go for her because she doesn't look as
Bianca
soft
does
and
not look
delicate.
that soft. She's a hard body. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but compared to Jade, not really.
Bianca
Well,
looks
no,
Look
like
at
compare
Jade
most
and
people
look
to
at
Jade.
Bianca next to each other. Jade looks like she could smack Bianca into next week.
They both look like they eat nothing but
No,
abs.
that's not true. That is not
For
true.
breakfast and lunch and dinner and brunch and second
much
meal.
more
Calm down.
stacked than Bianca. That is it, and that is all.
All right. Okay.
I don't want to have this conversation.
I think they are both equally yoked when it comes to body. I just think that Bianca.
Do we need to vote?
Bianca's been doing this longer than Jade, I believe.
She's got seniority.
Yeah, she does, and
Okay.
she's just
Yeah.
she has it. She's very polished. Bianca
Yeah.
has it.
No,
Bianca
that
can
would-
go on Good Morning America. She can go on Sports Center. She can go to the
Yeah.
Nickelodeon Awards.
Didn't we
She's
just talk about how
very
Jade
good.
has a master's degree in child psychology?
Yes, but
Did she do all those things?
No,
She
she
can.
hasn't.
She just hasn't.
why?
yet.
'Cause they
She's
haven't
still-
chosen
She's
her.
still working. No.
She's still working. She's getting
She's
there.
still working.
She's
yeah.
getting there. She will
There.
get there. She will
get
get there,
there.
but she's not there. And Bianca is there. That's the
and
difference.
you know what? And I will say, I'll put it out I'll put it like this: like if Jade won our certificate, and then Bianca saw that news, like Bianca might be like, huh? But then if Jade won, she'd also be like, yeah, Bianca deserved it instead. So I'm gonna have to go with Bianca here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, And
That
I
makes
love
sense.
them both. This
Okay.
is very difficult.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
It
But here's-
was.
I think this is our last matchup of this round.
Yeah. We
So
have a
going-
whole nother side.
We do. And then we're gonna start from square one again. But okay, so I pulled it up, right? Okay.
Mhm.
Well, it's gonna show us our first round on the other side. So first up, Bianca wins that one. Shout out to
Mhm.
her. She's making it to the finals. She will get a certificate in the mail somehow.
These are
Um,
black people?
Oh, yeah. What did you just say?
I can't tell from these photos.
The Godfather
The Godfather and
and
Sasha
Mercedes Monet, aka Sasha Banks. And I already let's just write it down again.
Banks. Yeah,
We're doing
let's
the first
let's
round.
Who?
Oh,
wait,
yeah, we
no.
are in the
Okay,
first
I
round.
have a quick question before I write.
Mhm.
Sasha Banks, does she currently wrestle?
yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
Mercedes Monet.
Have
She's
we
in
seen her in
AEW.
recent-
She's
oh,
in
that's
AEW.
why
She has
she's
like
AEW.
she
Okay.
has a lot of championships right
And
now.
the
like, gold medal.
Godfather, is he still currently wrestling, or is
No.
he just not?
No, he's
When did
old
he? Was
school.
he in like WCW?
No, he was
Well-
WWF.
WWF?
Yeah. We'll talk
Yeah.
about him.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yep. We'll tell you all about him. Are we ready? Not yet, almost.
Yes.
This time.
I'm ready. It's
Okay.
fine. Mercedes,
Oh.
because of course. Who
I'm the only one who chose. Oh wait.
You didn't
That's
move it over.
yeah, you said Godfather. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm in the
It was like
I'm
the
in the
dog
minority.
sound.
I'm in
Well,
the
just-
minority.
tell us about my Godfather, Mo?
All you have to say is that pimping ain't easy.
yeah.
And that's enough. No, Godfather. Like, I'm only gonna talk about my childhood.
Mhm.
My mom would only allow me to have like black comic books where there was the black main character, and toys where the characters were black.
Same,
And
mine
one of the
too.
first toys that I ever had was a Godfather toy. And I remember, and I had to convince my mom so hard to give me a Steve Austin toy, and she still gave me a Steve Austin with a Godfather toy, and I would play with that Godfather toy and Steve Austin, and Godfather would win more times than not. Like anytime that I would play. And so for me, Godfather holds like a particular like feeling in my heart for that. Like just because like he was the first black wrestler that I can remember when I got into wrestling in the 90s.
You know what? That vote shouldn't have been as easy as it was, because you're right. But you'll also just shout out Papa Shango was a thing.
Yes.
He was the good father in Right to Censor. Like,
Yes, he
Love
was.
Right to Censor.
Love Right to Censor.
He had his train. He ran like
Well, I can't say it because I don't want to get canceled, but his
don't Don't
This
do
train.
Can
I was
yeah.
about
Can
to
we
do
talk
it.
more about this train?
No,
that you
Mari,
it's
apparently
not
ran?
that
was
kind of
the-
train. It's
no.
not that kind of
You're like,
train.
you're
He didn't
Gideon
run that
Black
kind of
and-
train, but he had a bro train, but
Yeah.
wasn't bro. Anyhow,
It was kind of offensive.
it was
Oh,
offensive.
all right.
I can't believe that was on TV. I immediately just like,
That's like the number one thing where I'm like, you
Hilarious.
can't, sir. And he's a really cool dude, and he lives the gimmick.
Mhm.
Apparently, I think he owns a few clubs, or he owned a few clubs too. So that was
Wasn't
his
he
thing.
a part
but
of like a friend group with the Undertaker?
yeah, the Bone
Skull Crew?
Yeah, Bone Skull Crew or
Crew.
something. But you know what? We got it. We have to keep going on this. But
All right, so
I
Sasha
feel
is
like
the
it's-
winner.
yes, it's poetic
Mhm.
justice that she beat him because
Poetic
he
justice.
women's rights, Black
Yes.
Women's History Month.
Yes.
Next match. Two people who are currently working together on TV, MVP and
Oh.
Shelton Benjamin,
This
who are
is easy.
in of the
Yeah.
Hurt Business / the Hurt Syndicate over at AEW, and I believe Shelton and Bobby Lashley have the tag championships right now, or they did, or something like that. We don't watch AEW like that, but yeah, I have my vote.
I'm ready.
Shelton Benjamin, and that's
Wait.
MVP.
Yeah, Shelton Benjamin and MVP.
Yeah.
Montel Vontavious Porter, if you want to write out his full name.
Nasty.
If you're nasty.
Ready?
All right, ready? And
MVP.
Oh,
that's fine.
Shelton.
yeah.
Mari, what
I
were you
just-
thinking?
Because MVP was like I think he's one of the only like Black wrestlers that I think about when I think of the United States Championship, and how his like, you know, like I can do anything you can do feud with Matt Hardy
Yeah.
was like really raised that title belt. I think he's like a very prominent mid-card Black
Mhm.
wrestler. And I love everything that he does as a manager. I love managers. I've said this before on this podcast. Like managers are so underappreciated. But I'm
Ask for the manager.
yeah, I'm
Mari
fine
will.
with Shelton Benjamin going through. It's fine.
Okay, next matchup. Awesome Kong, aka Amazing Kong of TNA fame, Impact fame, versus Alicia Fox.
Damn.
This is an interesting
Ooh,
one.
this is interesting. This is an interesting.
Can you tell me their names again?
Kong or Amazing Kong or Awesome Kong.
Awesome
She went by
Kong.
both. And then also Alicia Fox.
And she went by Karma very, very briefly in WWE.
She did.
Like 2 months. Like she barely. Oh, this is hard.
Yeah, this one is challenging.
I don't know.
This one's
I'm
a
excited to talk
challenging
about
one.
this one
Yeah, me too.
and give whoever loses, especially their flowers.
This is very, very hard. Oh my god. Okay.
I'm ready.
Ready?
Wait, I'm put it down. There we go. Are we ready? Are we ready? Uh-oh, Odie and Mo are doing some back behind the scenes dealings.
Alicia Fox. Oh yeah, great.
Awesome Kong.
I was gonna
All
put
three of
Kong
us.
first. I was gonna put
King
Kong first.
Kong ain't
Okay.
got nothing on me.
I'm excited though that Kong made it through this one. We'll talk
Yes.
more about her, obviously, but I just feel like she was so dominant in TNA. Like you never saw a woman like that, or well, yeah, you never saw a woman like that who was just big and strong and the big bad. Obviously, WWE didn't work out that well for her. AEW also didn't really work out that well for her, but she was in the Royal Rumble. Oh, in the men's Royal Rumble once.
In the men's.
She was in the men's
She
Royal
was in the
Rumble?
men's
Yeah.
Royal Rumble once. Yeah.
Wow.
But
I think she was the second woman to be in the men's Rumble.
Why would you they
Yeah,
don't do that
behind
more
China.
often? That's what I'm put Bianca Belair in there or Jade or something.
China.
It was
China.
China
Oh,
and Nia
Beth
Jax,
Phoenix.
right?
Nia
Beth
Jax.
Phoenix, and then so it's been 4.
Oh,
Beth
there's
Phoenix
been
and Nia.
four.
I can see
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley being in it.
I think we could.
Ooh.
I think we're good. Like
I think we're good.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I was just saying, Alicia Fox again. She's the first and only Black Divas champion. She at one point was one of the only Black women wrestling at a point. So she was like carrying it on her screen, on her shoulders. She's very underrated. She was actually very good, like a very good wrestler, like technical wrestler, but didn't get as many opportunities as she could have and or should have. And then, was fighting some demons near the end of her run there. But she's definitely like, we have to give her flowers for holding down Black women when at a point in time in wrestling where there were not many of us.
And she's still out there. She's still wrestling on the independent scene. Like, hopefully she's doing well where she is. Shout out to Victoria motherfucking Cage. Yeah. Alicia Fox's number one fan. Previous guest. But yes, let's keep it rolling. Just keep it going and flowing. This is an interesting match. Jacqueline versus Viscera, aka Big Daddy V, aka I feel like he has another name. Viscera.
Mabel. I just said
it was Mabel. Yeah.
Mabel.
She looks like Tokyo Tony.
Yeah, finding a good picture of her was hard to do. Because they're all in like black and white almost, they're old school.
Jesus, she's not that old. Yeah,
I mean, no. Well, no, they're like not high quality. Yeah, we're ready. Are you ready, Maury?
I'm ready. We're ready.
Okay.
Wait. Jacqueline, Miss Jackie, if you're nasty.
Jacqueline. Yeah, we both have
Jacqueline, Jackie Moore.
Okay. I don't have much to say about Mabel or Viscera. Like, I do know, like, people liked him.
Did they?
No, I think didn't he almost injure the Undertaker at one point?
I think so, and that's why I think that's why they took him off the screen.
Oh yeah, he was just so big. That's the thing. He was like probably legit 500 pounds.
They said and yeah.
How tall?
Yeah, they said he wasn't safe.
Let me look him up. I mean, but that's not his fault. He wasn't safe
because he wasn't like following like the rules, or
no, he wasn't just because he. I don't want to. Look, I'm not body shaming anybody. I don't.
6'9", 487 pounds was his build weight, and he's
insane.
from.
That's a lot.
Harlem, from Harlem.
Could you imagine walking down the street in Harlem and seeing that man walking past you?
Yeah,
I did like Viscera. That was pretty cool. I didn't like Big Daddy V. That was
you know what? No, that was weird. But I will. And then he had a whole thing where he was like dating Lillian Garcia, where they're like, "Oh, I'm sure Vince McMahon's like, oh, let's put this big black man with this little white woman," and it was a thing. But you know what? And he had like I don't remember what it was, but he had like white colored contacts at one point.
Yeah, he had those like evil looking eyes.
Contacts.
That's what did it for you was the colored contacts.
Get it out of here.
Look, we didn't really talk. Okay,
what?
I was gonna say in the second round we didn't really talk about much people because we were trying to get through it. But can we just say Miss Jackie? The reason why she had to go through, she was like the contemporary, like black contemporary Sable. Like she had the body. She could actually wrestle. She was. So she was able to keep up with that, with the sexy half naked era of WWE. Like she is like kind of like the first black like playmate, like the one that like people actually were like sexually attracted to. So it was lovely to see somebody who was so feminine and being praised for her feminine wiles. Plus, she was a hardcore champion, I believe, as well.
Oh yeah, she was. She was. I wanted to bring that point up, but I didn't want to be looked at as a creep. So
wait, side note. She was the first black WWE Cruiserweight champion. So she was the only woman who held it, I think, but also the first black one.
Yep,
exactly. Yep,
that's shocking.
She was amazing. She's so tiny too.
And like just more on her because I feel like I keep seeing a lot of her on my social media because she's just been around in places. I think she was in. No, yeah, she'll be at like conventions and things.
She
Posts a lot
she's got a
now,
lot of conventions.
but she used
I
to be like
almost met her at a convention, but I couldn't.
just like I almost met Jade Cargill at the airport.
It was just me gawking from afar, just like
Yeah, gawking from afar, confused. Wow. Okay, let's keep going. Devon Dudley of the Dudley Boys versus Boogeyman.
That man is scary.
yeah,
he's the boogeyman.
Oh, yeah, that's his thing.
I do
He had
not
worms
like
in
that.
his mouth.
Yeah, he used to have worms in his mouth.
Real worm?
Real
Yes.
worms.
He still does that.
He does it whenever he pops up and asks. I
Yeah.
think he's still on a legend contract.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah, he has to be. Cause look at that guy. Look
Come
at
on,
him.
y'all, we
How
gotta
big
get
his
through
arms
this.
are.
Ready?
Yeah.
Wait,
Wait.
hold on. We're almost done.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Devon.
Devon!
Dudley, Devon. Yeah.
Get
Here's
the
my thing.
tables!
Get the table.
Here's the thing. I feel like, okay, let me put it like this.
Testify.
How do I say this? It made me so uncomfortable every single time that Bubba would tell Devon to get the tables.
Why?
Because
Bubba's telling Devon
because
to
it was
get
a
the
white
tables.
dude telling this
White
black dude to like
Oh, dang,
do
Bubba.
heavy labor.
Off of it.
but
Stop.
let me
He
continue.
love that shit.
No, but let me bring it up because like they've talked about it. They're like, yeah, this is like the night. Like they were both okay with it. Like
It was
Devon's
like the
okay
hold
with it,
It was like
and it was like,
down.
but apparently it's like an honor for Devon to get the table.
Because people wanted the table. That is the honor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
People
So-
love tables, so therefore the person
Devon
to
was
get the
the hero.
table is gonna get cheered.
Exactly. So I felt uncomfortable. But Devon, what a legend. I don't know how many times he's been tag team champion, but I will look that up because probably about 30 times with Bubba, like arguably the best tag team of all time.
And then when they split up and you're like, wow, poor Devon, he is not gonna be able to survive. And then he comes out with his Reverend Devon gimmick and then ends up bringing on Deacon Batista. Batista is made because
and look at him. Look at where Batista is.
We don't
Devon
get
Dudley.
Guardians of the
Batista
Galaxy.
without Devon Dudley.
Yeah, let's stick with that.
Started.
Oh
Yeah,
my
exactly.
brother, testify.
And you know what? It is wild
amazing. I love
because
Devon.
Devon really they should have done that Reverend gimmick for even longer than they
Yeah,
did.
they should have. And this is just fun to do. Like
It is.
it really is.
23
I do that every now and then. Every now and then when I'm at like Thanksgiving and stuff and we're saying grace, I'll just bust out a
honestly, I feel like Devon is in a spot where like 23-time tag team champion, TNA Hall of Famer, WWE Hall of Famer, and probably other Hall of Fame. Like in my mind, he could win this tournament.
He
love
could.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm excited for this
he's a
next
good
match,
ringer.
by the way. I'm excited
Also,
for this next.
the reason
Oh wait,
he
who?
beat
Boogeyman.
is because
Yeah.
come on, that was
Nasty.
weird. I didn't like
No,
that.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
like
I don't
that.
want. I don't want to talk
He had
about
no
it.
It looked
teeth.
scary
So he
and
had
worms in his
worms
mouth.
coming
No.
out. Yeah, it was.
But
nasty.
he needed to be in the bracket.
We
Just
needed
He's
someone
gonna
to
haunt
round
my
things out.
dreams.
Yeah.
Wait, were those fake teeth that he has that make
No,
did he
I think
have
that's
an
real.
underbite or did he push his mouth out to look like that?
I don't know.
That's
But he
the
had no
part.
teeth in the front, Odie. He had no top teeth, no bottom teeth. So he put the worms in and
No.
he let them like
Slide out, yeah.
Get out of here.
This is nasty. Okay, we're gonna keep going. This is my favorite matchup: Keith Lee versus Shaniqua. Does that, aka Linda Miles?
Shaniqua, Linda Miles.
Linda
That's a
Miles, tough
callback.
enough to winner. Linda
Yeah.
Miles, aka Dominatrix Shaniqua,
God
versus Keith
damn,
Lee.
that's so racist.
Oh.
Was her name actually Shaniqua or no?
Her name was
Her real
Linda.
name was Linda Miles, and they yeah. She grabbed.
All right,
just-
you ready?
I can't wait. Hold on. I need to change my vote. I can't do that.
Ready? 3,
No, okay,
2,
I'll leave it. It's fine.
1.
I voted
Limitless
for
Keith
who-
Lee.
you voted for Keith Lee, right? Both of you.
Yeah.
Oh shit. We're at a tie.
We're
Change
tied.
your vote, Matt.
I put in Shaniqua.
It is.
I-
No, I love Linda Miles. Watching Tough Enough was great.
No.
Original Tough Enough
Keith
was
Lee
amazing.
wins. Keith
But
Lee wins.
Shaniqua and the boys. Is that what was the name of her? Shaniqua would.
Oh, the
she-
Basham brothers.
The
Doug
Basham
and Danny.
brothers. Yes,
Yeah.
she would literally. They would have a leash.
was with the
She-
Basham
yeah.
brothers.
But she came at a weird time because she wasn't like a great wrestler, but like they didn't. She was on SmackDown. They didn't have any women's wrestlers. It was like Tori Wilson, who wasn't really
Yeah.
wrestling. Dawn Marie, like Nydia, kind of was,
Nobody.
but like
Oh, yeah,
they
Nydia,
didn't
her,
wrestle.
yeah.
They didn't wrestle. So I would have loved to see Shaniqua versus like Jazz. You know, Shaniqua
Yeah.
versus like any of the wrestlers, but
Why
she
they
never
name her
did that.
Shaniqua? God,
I know.
I
well,
had
you
to
know
vote
why?
for her because of the crime against her name, because that was just ridiculous.
Yeah, me too. But I
Because Shanique
mean,
was a fine name, but like your name is Linda and they're naming you
Well, my
Shaniqua, so
best
they give
friend's
you
name is
extra
Shaniqua.
racist. Like,
that's
My
what-
sister's name is Shanique.
yeah, and that's why I thought you were gonna vote for her because her name. was
No,
next to
but her
your
name's
sister's
not
name.
Shanique. It's Shaniqua.
But we
Yeah,
have to
it's
give it.
close.
We got to give it to Keith Lee. Keith Lee is one of
Yeah.
the best male wrestlers of all time. I loved how his gimmick was to talk like perfect English. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it's weird. As a black man, he's like, I
and
have
he was, and
he's just a nerd.
he's
Yeah,
a nerd.
he's a nerd,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
a nerd. He loves his move is the spirit bomb, isn't it? Like his power bomb move, isn't it? The spirit bomb.
basically.
Yeah,
And-
so he loves Dragon Ball.
No, yeah, no, he is.
He's just a great wrestler.
I think
I feel so bad for his like health history because
Me too.
Oh,
it's the
like
only thing.
COVID.
It's the only thing preventing him from being like.
what's wrong with him?
the number one.
He
What?
What's
had
wrong with his health?
He has health stuff. Like it's.
Yeah, like,
I don't think it's super made clear.
Yeah.
Just
I thought
because it's
yeah.
But he
personal.
almost died of COVID. We did know
Yeah,
that.
he almost
yeah,
died.
he
Wow.
almost died of COVID.
Yeah. So ugh.
Who
I
did
think
he
that
just beat?
Keith
Shaniqua, we
Lee
talked
should
about
bring
her.
on Keith Lee, the
Oh.
UFC side, UFC
UFC
fighter
fighter.
/
Yeah,
food critic, and they should do a
Mhm.
little a skit.
Every time that name trends, I'm like, I don't know who it's. Gonna be.
Yeah.
I have to click and figure out who it is.
No, it actually upsets me every time his name is trending because every time before I click on, I'm like,
Mhm.
it's not the
It's
Keith
not-
Lee that I
yeah,
want it
it's
to
the
be.
one.
It's always Atlanta has bad food. Okay,
You're right.
no, I
At least
want to
if
see him.
don't know.
I want to see him pounce Adam Cole like in
Mm,
NXT.
yeah.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Okay,
All right, let's go,
next
let's go,
up,
let's go.
Queen Charmel, aka spouse of Booker T, versus Swerve Strickland.
Okay, this is come on.
We'll just.
I don't know if it's that easy.
We don't really need. Well,
What? I don't even know now, based on some of what you're saying.
let's go. Come on.
Wait, hold on. Let me just show some respect. Looks so
Ready?
funny. I have no idea. Yeah,
It's
reveal.
Swerve.
It's Swerve when I
Swerve.
drive.
I put down
I
I put down Charmel because she was a Nitro girl back in WCW doing her little dancing thing. And then she was the queen, and she was then being chased down the ramp by Kurt Angle. Who
Oh
took
yeah,
her-
didn't he?
Oh no, yeah, he did.
that
did.
was problematic.
He did.
What did he do?
As fuck. No, he didn't do anything to her, but he.
No, he did. It was
Oh,
implied
yeah,
like
he-
sex crimes.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
implied. There was implied.
That was a weird time. But Charmel, what a queen! I give her that vote as a sympathy vote. You know,
Charmel is one of two participants in what is named the worst match of all time.
Yeah, she is.
Her and Jenna Maraska.
Yes, she is.
Survivor winner.
Mhm. Yep.
Yes.
So, much
We
love
should
to the
watch that
queen,
match
but she's
now,
not even
yeah.
she's not even a wrestler. So
You saw
she
her
was not
in that
a
match.
wrestler.
She
Nah.
really carried Jenna Maraska through
It's
that one.
fine. Let's go.
Next up, Bobby Lashley and Big E.
Oh, and the
that
funny
is
thing
not
about this
cool.
is they actually had a wrestling match
They
for the
did.
title.
For the title, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
they
yeah.
did.
So
Mhm.
it's yeah,
That's
like
how Big E won his first and only title.
yeah. Oh,
This is sad.
but yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bit of a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready to.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Reveal.
Big E.
Bobby, Big E. Yeah, I have Lashley. Bobby
Why?
Lashley.
What is with this New Day hate? I don't.
No,
It's not
New
New
Day
Day
hate.
hate. It's Bobby Lashley has been around for so long, and he was doing such good work for so long, and it felt like they kept him away from the title scene on purpose because, like, even though he was like the guy they wanted to push, they still kept him down. You know what I mean? But he
I know, I
still
agree.
like pushed through until he got his due. It's sad that he got his due, I think, during the COVID era, right? Like
Yeah.
during the Thunderdome, not Thunderdome, what was it called?
No, maybe that was it.
Was it called the Thunderdome
Yeah,
era?
it was. It was.
Where they had all the
Oh.
TVs
The
and
screens.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thunderdome. No, that was Thunderdome.
Like the audience was on
Thunderdome.
the screens.
Yeah, that was the Thunderdome,
Yeah, let's
right?
just call it Thunderdome.
We'll call it Thunderdome, but I don't
Well,
think it's what it
No,
is.
it
and
was.
even more special, Bobby Lashley looks like Fancy Squidward.
He does look like Fancy Squidward. He does. Put that up on the screen, Matt.
Fancy Squidward.
Oh my
Hold
God, I
on.
hate these
And you will
fancy-
see.
I'll find it. Don't worry, I'm getting Fancy Squidward.
He looks like him.
You guys are evil.
Okay, I
Wait,
just want to
hold
say
on.
I love Big E. Big E is like, again, part of the New Day, which just brought me back to wrestling. His run as the WWE champion, I loved it, and I'm still bummed that he's been out. It's been so long at this point since his neck injury. How many years? It's been like 4 years going on, I believe.
You
Yeah.
at least probably 3.
2021, was it 2021 or
Probably 3.
2022?
Probably 2022 because we just
But-
started our podcast 2021.
You're right. Oh yeah, 2022. So it's just like it's just sad. I really want him. I'm glad that he's working the crowd. I'm glad he's a part of like that announce desk because that man
Yeah.
has way too much charisma for him to not be doing something. And shout out to him and his fiance, Mia Yim's sister. But
Wait,
I need Big
wait.
E back into the ring.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah, Mia Yim's sister.
Mia Yim's
Wait,
sister.
Wait, what?
They announced their engagement back in
sister?
Christmas.
Wait,
No,
her
not
sister?
his sister. Mia
No,
Yim's sister.
no, that's what I meant. Her sister? I
Yeah,
thought that,
they're
I thought that he was with Mia Yim.
No, Keith Lee is with
Lee is with
with
Mia
Mia
Yim.
Yim.
Wait, who are we talking about right now?
We're talking
Big
about
E.
Big E.
Oh, wow.
Jeez,
I'm-
that's not.
Wait, let me pull. Okay, I'm distracted because I'm pulling up this picture.
No, I.
Which, yes, this is a puzzle version.
That's Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley.
You wanted to
That
spend
is
time on
him.
this. Let's
That's
do
what-
it.
You wanted to spend time on this? Yes, Mari. Yes, we wanted to spend time on this.
Okay, we're up next. We have another matchup.
Oh,
Mercedes
now we're in the
aka Sasha
semifinals.
Banks. Yes,
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
Shelton Benjamin.
Bit on me. Sasha Banks / Mercedes Monet.
Yeah,
We don't-
Sasha. We don't have to
Sasha.
write
Yeah,
this
we're good.
down.
We don't need to write down. We're good.
Sasha.
Okay, I hope this gets up. Kong
Ooh.
versus
Ooh.
Jacqueline.
Kong.
I gotta go with Jackie. I gotta go with Miss Jackie. I gotta do it.
Kong, one for Jackie. Who's going to be the tiebreaker?
Matt.
Matt.
Come on.
You know what to do.
Or maybe you don't. Go with
No,
your heart.
Jackie. I have to go with Jackie.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
on paper, like I love Kong, but like that was like but like to me it's like a Big E thing. I'm like, you could have done so much
could have
more
done
if
so
things
much,
didn't
yep.
get in the way. So
Mhm.
Jackie did
But
so
Jackie
much and was
has
underappreciated.
done so
She
much.
has,
Yeah.
and she's wearing that
To be
cowboy
fair, she
cowgirl
is
hat.
wearing that cowboy hat, and you love
Yeah.
Cowboy Carter, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
you might as well just go with Jackie.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, we're
Jackie.
going Jackie.
Devon versus Keith Lee.
Keith
I-
Lee.
Oh. I'm gonna say
Ooh,
Devon.
this is hard.
Devon.
Mm.
I can see
Is
it
my
going
vote.
either way, but the only reason why I go with Keith Lee, you know
Mhm.
what? Sorry. I'm going with Keith Lee because of what he
What represents?
what he represents.
Oh.
But now I'm thinking maybe I should go with Dudley because of what he has done. And he is a multi-tag team champion, multi times around. And it just
But then
sucks.
again, just remember
because
this is ours.
Health. That's all, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we could pick whoever we want.
I'm gonna go with Devon. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love Keith Lee. I love Keith Lee. Keith Lee
Yeah.
is literally one of
No,
my.
I'm-
Keith Lee for me.
Devon, no,
But-
I'll
again,
go with
it's a s-
Devon. I'll go
Yeah,
with Devon.
Yeah, no, yeah. Keith Lee wouldn't want to be disrespectful and take Devon's spot. So Devon continues on. Who's next? Oh,
Swerve.
I have no dog in this fight, so I'm fine with that.
yeah, me too. Fine, let's go.
Mm.
I'm not even gonna. Sorry, Lashley. We're good. Oh, okay.
Sasha.
This shit is. We
It's
knew where this was all going.
Come
Is
on.
there a world where it's not her though?
No, there's not.
You're right, Sasha. I think she's gonna make it all the way.
Swerve.
Okay, but why?
Look at him.
Swerve would hate this bracket, by the way, but whatever. Let's go with Swerve.
Wait, what do you mean? Why can't it be Devon? He got the tables all those years.
He
got
did get
all
the tables, all the shit. But
championships.
hey, did Devon ever break into somebody's home and put a shirt on a baby? Just saying.
Probably he's been around.
Swerve did.
I keep hearing the Swerve and Hangman.
I
Page
hear
do
cool
this really
stuff.
good. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
If there's a
so
compilation
good.
video somewhere, send it to me.
Okay, but like,
So
what's
good.
okay? I like this. Maybe it'll be Swerve. What is Devon like? I don't want to say what has he done, but like, is there a moment for him? I don't feel like there's a moment.
Let's just go with Swerve. It's fine.
Okay, I feel wrong, but Swerve.
But now it's just gonna be Sasha and Swerve.
Yeah,
right.
and he's not going. He's not.
Yeah, it's gonna be Sasha.
Sasha.
Okay, so
now it's
Our
Who could
Sasha
have
versus
guessed that
Bianca.
here on the
Wait,
Wrestling
wait.
Kickback that it comes down to Bianca
Wait.
Belair versus Sasha Banks?
Happy
Wait, give
Women's
us
History
some sound.
Month.
This
Give
is
us some
WrestleMania
sound.
30, right?
Soundboard us.
WrestleMania 30.
More. Something
Yes.
else. Give us something else. Damn.
Folks, where's the lie? It's been
Wait,
What was that?
It's so many of them to choose from.
you have to scroll through.
Okay, we have the final two. I feel like we need to honor this moment, honor these two. Why did they get to the end of the bracket? I will
Because
say-
Bianca
Hey,
Belair.
do you know why they went through?
What is it?
Why?
Okay, all right. Let's really lay the groundwork here.
Okay, so are we gonna write this on our board?
I think we need to
Two
write it on our
men?
board.
Are we gonna
All
write
right.
it on board?
We're gonna write it on our
let's
board.
talk
But
about,
not
let's
yet,
talk
not
about
yet.
them
Let's talk
first
about
and
it.
then- Okay.
Yeah,
so-
we'll talk about them first, and then we'll go through this.
Yeah, no
so-
spoilers on who anyone's voting, but we'll just talk about it, okay?
So
Okay.
Even though I'm
Sasha
wearing a
Banks
shirt for Mercedes Moné.
slash Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks again. Her feud with Bailey in NXT
hmm
single-handedly brought back people to the product, myself included. Literally, there are people who are like, they're like, what's your favorite match of all time? Sasha Banks versus Bayley, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Like it is one of the best matches of all time. Sasha Banks, like, she is one of the greatest women's wrestlers ever. And Sasha Mercedes Moné. She's doing great work over in AEW. Again, I just watched clips. I think she's so funny on her lives when she's being like a dick. But Sasha Banks / Mercedes Moné is just unparalleled with the work ethic of the type of wrestling, the type of artistry she puts into her wrestling. Not him being in the chat and not helping us break the time.
He's been here this entire time.
No, that's me. That's me.
Okay. Thank you, Matt. Okay.
Yeah, I'm catfishing as Chappelle in the chat.
Okay, all right. So Chappelle's probably like, "What is she talking about?" When I texted him.
Yeah, no.
Anyways, okay. So yes. So we say that Bianca Belair, like we said, is currently the face of women's wrestling in WWE. She is multi-talented, multifaceted. She has a TV show. She has a hot husband. She has it all. Both of them. Did they win that SB? They won an SB for their match.
Yes, they
both
did.
of them.
At wrestling.
Yeah.
Both of them. So this is very hard, y'all. I just laid out the resumes for both of them. Matt, what do you have to add to the argument for both?
I don't like it. I don't like that we have to choose. And that's why I have multiple certificates. That's why I have 3 certificates printed out, because I know that there's going to be a certificate with each of their names on it. And that's going to happen. So I have nothing to add. I mean, Bianca Belair, Mercedes Moné. I just think what's impressive is that they made it through the entire bracket.
I think so too. Because if they were on the same side, this would have been
it would ugly.
Yeah,
it would have been really ugly. So it's poetic justice. I mean, look, I think I don't think there's a wrong choice here. I think either of them could win and we could respect it. So let's just get to writing down our vote for the winner of the Wrestling Kickback Best Black Wrestler bracket and the first ballot spot in the Hall of Fame for the Wrestling Kickback in the first ever iconic.
I would just like to say she needs to not be the TBS champion. Like,
thank you. I've been waiting for somebody to say this for the longest time, but nobody wants to have that conversation. Like, no one wants to have the conversation. Like,
why are we keeping her away from the main title? Like, isn't that what drove Jade away? You know what I'm saying?
Why do you want her not to be the TBS champion?
Because you're saying you didn't want her to be the champion, period. Okay.
No, I don't want her to be the TBS champion. I think she could be in the main card championship title
yeah, of course.
sphere. But I just think I think she's not. I think that the TBS championship could be used to elevate more mid card to upper mid card champions more than what it's being done now. It's just not being done now.
Yeah.
It's just not being done now. That's all.
That's because she's a heel. She's a heel, so she collects the belts. She doesn't defend them, so it makes sense. But also, again, this is it's almost the exact play-by-play that you did with Jade. So, like, what's different here, and why is she not up in the main title? Like, I don't know. That seems weird to me. But anyways,
here's what I'll say. We're almost all ready to vote. We're all ready to vote, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. We are. All right. Okay. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
And
1,
2. Oh wait. Yeah.
We can do it. We can do it. 3, 2,
1.
Right, so
okay. Yeah.
Sasha Banks,
3-1. Sasha Banks wins. Wait, let's pull up the let's click on her in the graphic. Oh, look, let's see what happens.
Do we wanna ask Ode why she chose EST?
Yeah, let's.
Because she's the motherfucking EST. I don't understand. Why would I not choose her? And this is me. Like, I don't personally enjoy NXT. And I also don't personally enjoy watching like AEW.
Oh,
so if she has ever been on, if Sasha Banks is doing any of those matches, I'm not really watching them because I don't really like them. I think they're low budget.
Damn. Well, fuck.
They're low budget.
Money bags. Yeah.
I just would like, because the thing is, like, what is it? Sometimes WWE and AEW will have like back-to-back matches, like on certain times. And anytime it goes from WWE to AEW, I'm always like, what is going on? Like, why does it look like this? Like, everything seems
the
to
production
have,
value is different
value.
from WWE to
is?
AEW.
It's the MTV Awards versus the BET Awards.
And which one is the BET Awards, Odie?
What you trying to say,
AEW. They don't put the money behind it. They don't put the money behind it. So for me, I am sure that Sasha Banks, amazing, stupendous, talented, all of that.
Oh, is that her right now?
Can you put Sarah's comment on the screen, please?
Which Bianca? About Bianca?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I just
Sarah Cupcakes. Bianca is incredible and is my favorite current wrestler. Same, but I don't think you get 2025 Bianca without Sasha Banks. And I
That's true.
And Bianca would say that as well.
That's true. Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair for I forget which WrestleMania that was. WrestleMania 37. 37. That was an amazing match, but that match made Bianca, and you don't get that without the work that Sasha Banks put into
but
that.
Did Bianca Belair beat Sasha Banks in that WrestleMania?
She did.
She did.
She did. Just saying.
Just saying.
It's scripted, Odie.
Sasha,
they still scripted her to win.
No.
They still scripted her to win.
We can't just throw out it's scripted whenever we're losing our point.
Either way,
okay, all right.
But I will say, shots up to Sasha Banks.
I don't even have any tea anymore.
Drinks up. Put your glasses up for them.
Oh yeah, we actually do have shots. Sorry, my bad.
Thank you for you beautiful Black women.
Yes.
For coming through and doing the damn thing.
Yes.
And making it happen.
Shout out to all the Black women.
And creating.
You'll get your certificates in the mail.
Yes.
Even
Both
more
of you Black
wrestling
women.
fans and little girls who are doing power bombs on the people that try to have them fucked up.
Yes. More Black
Thank
women
you.
DDTs.
I really dislike the DDTs.
More DDTs and beef.
Head injuries. There's head
Not
injuries.
DDTs. What's the other one? Sleeper holds, sir.
Yeah, more sleeper. Fine. More sleeper holds. More sleeper holds.
What's the one where you angle your legs? With
Wait, so
figure fours.
Okay. All right.
Okay, we did a thing. We did a thing.
So what we're gonna do is now.
What are we gonna do?
That was our bracket. That is the Wrestling Kickback bracket. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe we'll put out a blank one if you want to do your own. Let us know. But we had a lot of fun talking about what?
I have one more blank certificate.
and I know who exactly it'll go to.
Okay, wait, because I wanted to talk. We'll get to that. We'll get to it next. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I don't know. I don't read the note stock.
So that's our bracket. Thank you. Comment below. Let us know what you think. Rate, review, subscribe. So because it is Women's History Month, but it is also Black Women's History Month. Ode is going to tell us a little more about one of the first Black women wrestlers of all time, Ethel Johnson. Take it away, Ode. And
yes,
Matt.
Yes. So Ethel Johnson was a pioneer. So before we had Sasha Banks, before we had the EST, Jade Cargill, we had Ethel Johnson.
Black and white photos.
Yeah.
So she was born Ethel Blanche Wingo. And she was the middle child of two other sisters who were also wrestlers, Babs Wingo, who was the first Black woman to grace a wrestling ring, and their younger sister, Marva Scott, which is Marva is such a old
Cousin.
name.
That is a
but
name.
Johnson, she wrestled throughout the early 50s through the late 70s, wrestling across the NWA territories, AWA, the Jim Crockett promotions, big time wrestling championships, wrestling from Florida, and the eventual WWE Capital Wrestling Corporation. She was unfortunately not allowed to wrestle white counterparts in her bouts. So she would face her sisters Barb's and Marva. And I learned when I was looking her up for today's show that one of the wrestlers that we know and love, Naomi, is going to be playing in her biopic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, on Variety announced March 7th that Trinity Fatu will star in Queen of the Ring, which is going to bring her story to light.
Queen of the Ring movie.
Yes. And Trinity, aka Naomi, said that I am a direct result of that fight, which she is. So we have to look forward to seeing that. If that comes to the theaters, I think we need to all come out.
Question: did that actually did she actually end up in the movie?
Oh, do you
because
think
I know
they
the
cut her
movie
out?
came out.
Wait,
it came out already?
It came out?
Yeah, Queen of the Ring is already out.
Are we sure it's the same movie?
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. So in the movie Queen of the Ring, where it's about the other lady, she was playing this lady in that. This is
Maybe she was. Maybe she was in it.
Oh,
she was in it because we haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it, so I can't. I don't know.
I thought when I was reading this, they were talking about that she is going to be creating the movie.
No, you're right. She's definitely in it. WWE star Trinity Fatu on Queen of the Ring and bringing wrestling trailblazers. Yeah, so we haven't seen the movie yet because it hasn't been like it's out and yet it's not like available.
Yeah, it's not. It's not on VOD, guys.
It's on the festival circuit. No. Is that what it is?
It's not on DVD. It's somewhere.
It's on the festival circuit.
I looked it up at AMC. It wasn't there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not on. It's still like not like mass produced out on AMC theaters.
Well, whenever it comes out, we need to watch it so that we can make sure to give them some views, because I think that's very important. There's also playing alongside Trinity is Damaris Lewis, who plays Babs Wingo, and Cameron Jackson, who plays Marva Scott. So Trinity said the fact that I even get to play her is crazy. She debuted around 16 years old, and she was the first African-American women's champion. Mm-hmm. She not only had the struggle of being a female wrestler when all female wrestling was illegal, period, but she also had to deal with being Black and that layer of segregation. So I think that these are the women that without her and her sisters, we wouldn't have Naomi, we wouldn't have Jade, we wouldn't have Sasha Banks, the EST, et cetera, and other just even white women wrestlers. Like, you had to have these trailblazers coming through. And so it's important to talk about them and make sure that we are giving them their flowers and in the, so funny, even if it's backwards.
Because I was like, I've heard of a movie called Queen of the Ring. Why would they give her her own movie and call it the same thing? That's so funny. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you so much, Ode.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
What an honor. And guess what? We have a certificate for Ethel Johnson.
Oh, yes! The fastest printer in the West.
That's right.
Those are
look at us.
First honorees in the Wrestling Kickback Hall of Fame. Yeah, there you go.
Yes,
just trust when I leave, Matt, please.
I don't know where you're going because I was not going in that direction.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it for the Wrestling Kickback. Again, please go and subscribe by going to recapkickback.com. Subscribe so you can get all of our content over there. You can go to youtube.com/@recapkickback to watch this program and all of the wonderful programs that we have. I have to say like that. It just feels so funny.
Yeah, program.
Mo Ode, tell the people how they can listen to Black and Snerdy.
You can find the Black and Snerdy Podcast on wherever you get your podcasts, and we are also on YouTube at Black and Snerdy. You can find us on social media at Black and Snerdy or Black and Snerdy Podcast.
We're on Twitter,
Facebook. TikTok, and Facebook.
We are gonna get on Blue Sky soon.
No, we're not.
Get there.
We are.
Get there.
I mean, people
Hurry
are on
up.
there. I mean, just for the sake of it.
Fine. We'll be on Blue Sky.
Get in
We'll be
there.
on Blue Sky. Yeah.
Just to make, because first of all, we used to be able to put our podcast straight on Twitter, and then Elon was trying to charge us, and we said, "Hell, the fuck no."
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe
That
on
is
Blue
true.
Sky, we won't
That
have
is
to do
very
that.
true. They wanted to charge us to put it on fucking Twitter. I refuse to call it the new name.
We don't know it.
I refuse to
Your
call
mama
it.
named it Twitter. I'm gonna call you.
I'm
Twitter.
still calling it
Yeah.
Twitter. Either way, you can find us wherever you get your podcasts.
Find us on YouTube. Watch, subscribe, like, comment, share. We love to have the conversation.
Yeah,
So-
definitely comment and give us we love feedback.
Yes.
All right. Matt, where can people find you?
I love feedback. I'm Matt Scott GW on all platforms. It's that simple. I was recently on Recap Kickback, also, as Mari mentioned earlier, to talk about Beauty in Black. What a time! What a time to be
So
alive.
fun.
I really
Check
want to
that
come
out.
on one of these recap episodes that you have to
Yeah.
talk about shows, because I always have lots of thoughts, especially when they are full of shenanigans, like a Tyler Perry production.
Oh,
Let
okay.
Mari
So the
know.
next Tyler Perry production.
But it doesn't
we'll
just
let
have
you
to be
know.
Tyler Perry. It can be something else that I actually like. But if it's about Tyler Perry, I assure you, I will have some comments.
Yeah, I'm a
Okay.
different person after Beauty in Black, and shocked that there's a season 2. So anyway, yes, check that out. Again, Matt Scott GW on all platforms for any of the things. I'm also going to be at the post office, figuring out if they know where to ship any of these certificates, especially the Ethel Johnson one.
All right. Well, I'm over on Blue Sky. That's the only place you can find me, at Mari Talks Too Much, to like the number 2. Other than Recap Kickback, you can also find me over on Crime Scene. Me and Sarah Carradine talk true crime. You can go to crimescenepod.com. That's crime SEEN pod.com. Last week we talked, or 2 weeks ago, we talked to Chappelle about him being a talking head on Death by Fame. This
Cute.
week coming up, I know we are talking about we'll be joined by Nicole Horn, aka TikTok Nicole, to talk about Devil in the Family, the Ruby Frankie story.
Ooh.
Yes, it was a very good docuseries on Hulu. So you can
Not a
watch it on
devil.
Hulu. Yeah,
That was a
In the
good, that was a
family.
good one.
yeah, you
Wow.
can watch it on Hulu and then go listen to us talk about it on Crime Scene. Again, you can go to crimescenepod.com in order to subscribe, or you can type in Crime Scene wherever you get your podcast, on the podcatcher of your choice. So again, thank you for coming to the Wrestling Kickback, where we get to talk about whatever the hell we want to. Join the Job Has a Squadcast Facebook group. We love it over there. Thank you to everybody in the Job Has a Squadcast Facebook group for supporting us. And remember, wrestling is for everybody, but not all wrestling is for everyone. See y'all next time.
Yes,
Bye.
listen to our outro
Bye.
music.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm just tryna wrestle, I'ma show you what I do, If you come for Matt and Mari, I'ma come for you, Raw, WWE, they break it down for you, Steve Austin, Undertaker, bring it into you. Round 1, round 2, what y'all finna do? Round 1, round 2, Wrestling Kickback new. We the best podcast, come and give a view. Champion just like I'm Sasha, you know that is true.